because I went through it with these guys. Thank you to the coaches, parents, and my little sister who got dragged to each and every game. Number 25, running back Elijah Smith is a mechanical engineering major from Hastings. Elijah is joined today by Mike and Becky Smith. Elijah says, Hope football has had a profound impact on my life. This team has taught me the value of hard work, dedication, teamwork, and resilience, as well as providing me with lifetime friends and memories. Number 36, safety Ryan Howe is a secondary ed major with integrated science from Grand Rapids. Ryan is joined today by Chris and Susan Howe. He says the Hope football program has given me a ton of invaluable experiences over 4 years, made me a better person, and he wants to thank all the coaches and teammates he's had over the years. Number 43, defensive lineman Zach Carlson is a communication major from Charlotte. Zach is joined today by Randy and Tracy Carlson. He says the Hope football program has enabled me to continue playing the sport I love, while also teaching me about life lessons. Hope football has also allowed me to build great relationships with teammates and grow spiritually through the team Bible study. Wide receiver number 48, Parker Strewing, is a business major from Lebanon, Ohio. Parker is joined today by James and Sharon Strewing. Parker says Hope College football has taught me what it takes to be disciplined, strong, resilient, and waking up even when you don't want to. Number 55, defensive lineman Connor Neglitsky, a business major from Byron Center. Connor is joined today by John and Tracy Neglitsky. Connor says Hope football has helped me grow as a person and player. When I was unsure of whether I wanted to continue playing football after an injury in high school, I loved it here so much I played for 5 years. More importantly, I made friends that'll last for a lifetime. Number 66, center Cole Harger, a civil engineering major from Muskegon, Michigan. Cole is joined today by Carrie and Stacy Harger. Cole says Hope football has helped me grow as a person and a player. When I was unsure whether I would continue playing football after an injury in high school, I loved it so much, I stayed here as well for 5 years. Most importantly, I met friends that'll last a lifetime. Number 70, offensive guard Dylan Clem, is a civil engineering major from Stevensville, Michigan. Dylan is joined today by Sherry and Doug Clem. The Hope College football program, he says, has provided me unforgettable memories on and off the field. Introduced me to lifelong friends and brothers I'll count on for the rest of my life. And I want to especially thank the coaches and trainers who have helped me during my time here at Hope College. Number 73, offensive tackle Luke Marsh, a special education major from Montague. Luke is joined today by Dave and Christy Marsh. Luke says Hope football has provided me with many opportunities and friendships I could not find anywhere else. He said, I'm very happy for my time at Hope and all the things I've accomplished here during this time. Number 77, offensive tackle Alex Weber, an economics and business major from Lake Orion. Alex is joined today by Jennifer and Sean Weber. Alex says Hope football has been transformative for me, fostering lifelong relationships, friendships, mentorships with coaches, personal growth, equipped me for life beyond college. Additionally, the Hope football program has given me the opportunity to continue to play the game I love. Last but not least among our players, number 99, defensive lineman Wyatt Tucker, a business major from Grand Haven, Michigan. Joined today by Carl and Sarah Tucker. Wyatt says Hope College has had a huge impact on my life. From freshman year till now, I've gained many skills and a mindset I will continue to have throughout my life. Through dedication and teamwork, Hope College football has created a brotherhood and lifelong friendships you just can't find anywhere else. And now, last but not least, two of our student assistant Coaches, Cal Pimpleton, business major from Grand Rapids. Cal is joined today by Marianne Dotson. Cal says playing and coaching for Hope College football has not only granted me the privilege of becoming the first college graduate in my family, but also allowed me to forge indelible memories as both a player and a coach throughout the past 4 years. And then student assistant coach Luke Stuck, business major from Charlevoix. Luke is joined today by Matt and Erica Stuck. Luke says being a part of Hope Football has had a tremendous impact on my life. Not only have I developed as a player, I've also grown as an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Hope Football fans, let's give a big round of applause to all of our Hope College football seniors, their parents, and their families. We do so appreciate their efforts down in the field, in and around the Hope community, and on campus. Thank you, Hope seniors.
In our popular mythology, revolutions happen in Silicon Valley, right? But no, the revolution happened here.
I think we are starting a revolution. It's coming from a very strong sense of who we are.
It's immediately creating a multi-generational community.
There's something magical happens when you shift from being a payer to being a giver.
Hope Forward has 58 students, I think, today-ish. You know, when we started in '94, we had 47. It's doable. What they're trying to do is doable. Getting people to believe early on is the hardest part.
It has given people a sense of belonging to a cause greater than themselves.
This can happen. This is possible, and we need each of you to be brand ambassadors for this initiative.
We're all aware of the crisis in American education. There are other crises as well that I think are linked to it. The second is the crisis facing our young people, the mental health crisis. And the third crisis is the crisis in our church. And when I look at what is happening here at this school, in this community, I see it as not just addressing the first of those crises, but all three of them.
The students are incredible, and the idea is incredible. Why not 30 years from now, this is the norm?
I've said this a million times, but who better than a place called Hope to run toward things that to the world look hopeless?
And during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
My name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there is to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share Hope stories of transformational impact.
And hello everyone, and welcome to Hope College Football, and welcome to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium in downtown Holland. My name is Nate Dreyer, joined this afternoon by Matt Roblin, and we have got a great one to close the regular season for the Flying Dutchman. It is senior day, it is an MIAA rivalry to close, and it is also a massive game with massive playoff implications still on the table, Matt. All those things coming together. As I said, Hope College looking for that at-large bid still. Outside looking in chance, but with the incredible strength of schedule, what this offense has been able to do down the stretch, Hope certainly has a chance if they're able to roll one last time today.
Appreciate that, Nate. Apologies there, just getting myself on the air. So excited to be here, and as Nate said, this Hope team has really been churning offensively, coming off of a game when the running attack was just so dominating. Man, hundreds and hundreds of yards. Chance Strickland with 3 touchdowns. They had 6 different players get into the end zone, and really just firing on all cylinders. Nate and I were talking before the game. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see Hope, their run-dominated offense, battle this Trine Thunder team, which likes to move the ball through the air with their quarterback, Alex Price. Having a good season. He's got 22 TDs to 11 interceptions, and he's been a solid guy for this Thunder team. As you said, these rivalry games, Hope and Trine, our viewers know every time these two get together, especially recently, we're in for a heck of a battle. The last couple games have went Hope's way. Trine has lost the last 3 to Hope. The last 2 are very close, both touchdown games. So excited to see this matchup today, and also it's senior day. So it's great that we can be here. They had a little celebration if you're watching, honoring all of our seniors, and man, just special to be here in Holland and have these moments with everyone here.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Coach Sturzman's team, this is a unit that we've talked about for how young they have been throughout the year, and so many young pieces, a freshman quarterback and trainer and a lot of young skill position players. But there's such a leadership from this senior group that we've seen all year long from what is a smaller senior group for the Hope team, that this is kind of their last chance to try to make that dive in the playoffs. I want to touch back on, though, that clash of styles that you just talked about, because it's going to be a very interesting, it's a beautiful day for November. Normally you'd expect this to be a controlling the ball through the rain, through the snow, maybe even type conditions. It's not going to be that this afternoon, which lends itself to Trine. They are a team that are certainly okay with throwing the ball all over the yard. You mentioned Alex Price, their longtime senior quarterback. This is a guy, the second all-time leading passer in the history of the Trine Thunder program. He's averaging a little over 280 yards per game on the season as well. This is a team that certainly is willing to throw the ball, and this run attack from Hope College on the other side, they can control the clock, they can grind it with multiple running backs, multiple H-backs that lead the way as well. They've got a depth to them, and it's going to be that battle all day long. Trine's going to want to quickly move the ball down the field through the air, and Hope can absolutely kill the clock and efficiently just take you down 4, 5, 6 yards at a time.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at the game last year, right, Hope won 28-21, and old Dan Romano in that game had 224 rushing yards just by himself. Hope would love to replicate that sort of yardage in the game today. And for Zach Trainer, I mean, seeing him this season, really want to get off to a good start. Want to mitigate any potential turnovers, play smart, play safe. I think he's done a great job of bouncing back this season when he has had those interceptions or those moments. I'd like to see them start off good, and obviously, man, get the play action rolling. Don't be afraid to get Trainer in the run game as well. They could be really dynamic offense.
Yeah, and Trainer's such a highly touted prospect coming out of Walled Lake Western. He's moved around a little bit to start his college career, but still a freshman coming here to Hope. And it's throughout the season. You look at him from the earlier games to now, there's been such a development. He, like you said, it's what he can do with the legs in the play action game and some of those pieces as well. But especially his ability to throw the ball, to bounce back, like you said, has been such a critical part developing. But he's going to have his match certainly today. You're going up against a very experienced multi-year senior in Price on the other side. Trainer there. That's probably the primary battle we're going to be able to watch all day long, is can the freshman and the inexperience at the quarterback position for Hope be able to match the senior leadership at the quarterback position for Trine?
Yeah, so exciting, and we see Hope getting ready to storm the field here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium, and man, this is just awesome. November football, the weather's great. Man, the excitement is high. Just absolutely awesome conditions here.
Here come the Flying Dutchmen, ready for their final home game and their senior day battle with Trine, as the Thunder have come to town to close things out. The rest of the MIAA, including Trine, back in action next week still. But for Hope, with kind of the oddities, and they're very, very difficult. Top 10 in the nation strength of schedule. They're done after this, and now they essentially have to spend a week practicing and waiting to see if they do make the playoffs, as they are searching for that at-large bid next week. We're going to, in just a moment, get ready to turn it over for the national anthem. Before we do, of course, it's Kalamazoo College, who, of course, Hope just saw, on deck next week for Trine. Trine has some of the same aspirations for playoff elements as well, so they'll keep an eye on that. National anthem on deck. We'll hand it over to the PA and take it back for game time.
All right, we're on camera 1 right now. I'm going to go to 2.
Please enjoy this rendition again by a friend of the program, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, we're trying to just give you some nice people listening to the anthem shots. All right, going to camera 4. Slow. But on the air, let's go.
And thank you, fans.
All right, we are ready to go just about here from Holland. Nate and Matt with you. We touched a lot on the offensive side of the ball, the quarterback battle. This Hope defense, though, when we mentioned Trine wanting to throw the ball, experienced quarterback, one of the best ways to try to get a quarterback like that out of rhythm is to bring a lot of pass rush and a lot of pressure. If there's one thing that this Hope front line can do between Tucker and Parlberg, Ackerman, Nikliski, and on the list goes, they are deep. They can get at you all day long. That'll be a key. Hope has got to find a way to keep Price off balance in that pocket.
I love it, and I hope we see a lot of different blitz packages. Man, just got to keep Price on his toes. You said it. Seasoned quarterback, second most yards in program history. This is a guy who's seen his fair share of ball in his day. Keep him guessing. I'm just excited to see the classic battle, right, between the quarterback and the defensive coordinator, one of the more exciting things in sports. And for this Trine team, let's not forget last week they put up 28 points just in the first half. So I'm expecting them to keep that momentum, try to score early, put up points, and Hope's going to have to fight pretty hard to keep them at bay. This is a strong offense.
Yeah, absolutely. On the other side of the ball, Trine's defense, this is a group that primarily kind of operates out of more of a base nickel package. So then, going up against the Hope run game, you can ask some of the same questions what they may try to do to stack the box to get maybe smaller bodies than what some teams may operate, or maybe do they even go away from their traditional package? That's something that we're going to be looking for. Can Hope get pressure? And on the other side, how is Trine going to be able to stack the box creatively to find a way to slow down this run game from the multiple running backs and the multiple angles that Hope can throw at you? Hope wins the coin toss. So the Flying Dutchman win the toss. They will defer the option, send it away, and we will see this explosive pass-oriented Trine offense get to take the field right away. And I think I like to see that because I think it's going to help set up a little bit of where is this Hope defense at in terms of trying to contain the dangerous pass game, and what is Trine going to do? Are they going to look for a little bit more balance offensively? Are they going to throw the ball the way you can expect them to with the senior quarterback? All things we're going to learn right away. The first two drives of this game, as each offense gets on the field and begins to feel things out, we're going to get a feel for these two clashing styles, I think, early on. So Caden Balkin and Hope kicking game, getting ready to put this one on away in just a moment. Isaiah Hunter, Rashawn Street, the leading returners on the year for what is a deep and loaded Trine roster, a roster that has over 200 kids on it in total, a little bit smaller traveling party, but they certainly have got everything to play for in terms of practice and in depth that they can go to in those regards. And we are ready to go. Final game of the regular season will be the final game of the season for Hope. We'll find out in just a little over a week's time based on what they're able to do today and if they can get the first ever at-large bid in MIAA history to the Division III playoffs.
Man, and just what a great way to end off the year for Hope at home like this and against a great program like Trine. Senior Day, you got all you could want. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, and let's get this thing started.
It is Street and Burris back to return. Balkin sends it away, and here we go. Street lets it go, and here comes Price and Company for the Trine Thunder offense for head coach Troy Abbs. This is an offense putting up 36 points per game on the season and just a touch over 451 yards per game. They scored 35 points in their win last week, 35-28 over Albion, who, of course, both of these teams share that common victory over the traditional MIAA power, the Britons. So, Price and Company will get ready to open things up. Zane Kirby is the senior tailback out of Sweetser, Indiana. He will be a big part of this offense as well. It's a three-wide set to open. Hope brings their four down front, and Price, the 6'3 senior out of Reading, Michigan, will step into the gun and get us going. It's a rollout to begin. Hauled in, just shy of that 30-yard line by Connor Arthur, the senior out of Bryan, Ohio, who's got 8 passing touchdowns on the year, turns it up for a good gain on first down as they hit the boundary on their first pass of the day.
Yeah, we'll see what we see on this first drive from Price on the offense. See if we get a little bit of some slant routes, some outs, a couple dip and dunk passes just to get them rolling. And a lot of these first drives are usually prescriptive. They plan them out in the week in advance. So let's see what Trine's got for us.
They'll go 2nd and 3 here. Working from the gun again is Price. Just shy of 60% passing on the year. The give is Kirby to the outside, and he's got nowhere to go around the edge. Nick Flagler, the sophomore out of DeWitt, helping hunt him down along with the senior Howe out of Howland Christian. It'll be a 3rd down right back where they were, 3rd and 3.
Man, Nick Flagler, he's had a great year between turnovers forced, defensive pursuit coming in from the safety position. Number 2, definitely a name to watch today.
Flagler, kid I had a chance to watch in high school when he was at DeWitt, and it was amazing what he did to impact the game, and has stepped right into that same role as it'll be a 3rd and 3 for Trine from their own 32-yard line operating here. This is a fake to Kirby. On the rollout, Price looking for the first and tapping the toes and making the grab is Connor Arthur. That'll move the change as they once again find the senior out of Bryan, Ohio on the comeback route in the chain mover.
Yeah, it's senior day for the Hope College Flying Dutchman. But hey, on the other side, Trine, they got a lot of seniors too, to mention as well. A lot of experience on this offense, and you just saw that connection there.
Yeah, trio of seniors all out on the field along with Arthur, Brandon Klein, Cale Larson get the start, and they all have north of 6 receiving touchdowns on the year, so they can spread it around in their pass game quite a bit. Zane Kirby again snaking just past the 50 and getting into Hope College territory for the first time today on a good first down run as they're able to snake it. Kirby 5'8", 180 pounds, averaging about 72 yards rushing per game. He will be their leading rusher all day long, and they're going to work quickly here. 2nd and 3 just into Hope territory up to the 49-yard line. 12:50 to go, first quarter. Hope showing a little bit of pressure. This will be Kirby again, lowering the shoulder into a trio and quartet of tacklers. Parlberg and Ackerman among the stopping pile for the Flying Dutchman. It's another chance on 3rd down to try to get off the field here, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bells are ringing here at Hope College. These 3rd and short situations, if you're a football fan, you know, but these are some of the most essential plays in the game. For an offense like Trine, they're dynamic. They have a lot of options in the passing game. If this ends up being a 4th and short, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th down.
Both teams changing out their unit. 3rd and 2 for Trine up to the Hope 48-yard line. 12-13 and less to go first quarter. It's a power unit.
Yeah,
how about the straight T
coming
out on 3rd and 2? Price
Oh, the play action.
Fake give.
Oh, look
throwing
at the play.
deep. Looking for Casper. Got him. Streaking into the open field. Tim Casper down inside the 5-yard line. Flagler hunts him down. They go play action out of the tee, and the junior out of Mooresville, Indiana, moves the chains inside the 5.
Man, what a brilliant play call, right? You show power, you show big with the T formation there. The play action right away and just wide open down the field. That is, oh, man. In the game of chess of football, that's a win for the offensive coordinator team. That was a nice play.
It'll be the 4-yard line. It will be a 1st and goal, and they go back to the tee right here. Again, operating the offense, Alex Price. With 11:35 and less to go. Rubens Joseph, the big fullback, in on the left side of the line. He will get it right here over right guard. Ackerman and a trio more stand him up at the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they go back to the tee again here. 11:22 and less to go, 1st quarter. No score. 2nd and goal. Loss of 1 yard even. Back to the 5-yard line. They'll change out the unit. They'll go to their traditional power spread right here.
Man, and I think that was such a win for Trine, right? This is a team wants to throw the ball, right? If they can be effective in the play-action game, while Hope knows they want to throw the ball through the air, they become that much more dangerous, right? So expect, though, I mean, they can keep running this ball close to the end zone, but I'll be surprised if we don't see a passing play either this down or next.
They keep Joseph, the fullback, in, bring Kirby in. This is Kirby snaking, driving for the end zone, down inside the 1. It'll be a 3rd and goal, and again, Hope's defense will have a 3rd down opportunity to stand tall right here as the senior just unable to slither his way into the end zone.
Yeah, you'd love to get Kirby going. Under 40 yards in his last 2 games. He's had 3 games over 100. All of which have, it's been great to get that running production. But generally, as you mentioned before, they're not running the ball the numbers that Hope is, right? And if they can get some of that going, especially in these short yardage situations, just makes them so much more dynamic on offense.
Thunder will go back to the straight tee. Twin tight ends right here. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Hope stacks the box. Quarterback keeper, Price turns the back, lowering his way around the end zone. The ball is out, and I think he's short, and we're going to have a 4th down. The mark is just shy of the goal line, and Hope's got a chance to stop it one more time on 4th and goal.
Oh, and they're going to go for it on 4th and 1 here. Right. They're not kicking a field goal, so this sets us up with a thrilling opportunity early in the game. The excitement already here on a 4th and 1 play. Let's see who's got the upper hand here.
Back to the tee one more time. Alex Price again at the controls with 9.5 to go. 4th and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback keeper again, trying to punch his way in for Price.
Oh, man. Oh, they're going to give it to him.
Waiting for the signal. Touchdown. Trine able to strike first. A grinding drive at the end. They go to a couple quarterback keepers out of the old school tee, and they punch it in with Price. And it's 6-0. Trine drawing first blood.
Man, the old tush push. Just do it twice in a row, and eventually you get your way into the end zone. And for Price, 4th rushing touchdown on the year. Not known as a running QB, but hey, man, you'll take what you can get there, and they get the man in the end zone. 6 for Trine.
Anthony Hens, the junior, will look to add the point after. 9:23 to go, 1st quarter. That one down the hatch and good. 7-0 Trine. An effective and interesting drive as they certainly show us different looks. We were expecting a lot of things. We were expecting this kind of spread, more pass-oriented offense. And they did pass it down the field, but they passed it out of a straight tee, and then they power it in out of the straight tee. So quite the unique start, and I think the Hope staff defensively now certainly has to be scratching their head a little bit and coming up with a couple different ideas on what this Trine team may be able to throw at them.
Oh, you said it. I mean, after the first play, right, you throw an out route classic. You're thinking, all right, they're going to run it spread. They're going to get these 3 receivers with all their experience into the game quick. And, man, it was 5 or 6 straight plays in that T formation. Not what I had written down in terms of what I thought Trine would come out with. But you love it, and that's what we talked about early in this game. These 2 teams know each other, right? The film is there. You expect certain things from these teams. You got to keep each other on your toes. And so far, upper hand to Trine.
7-0 Trine. Dan Le Hernandez, the junior, will send it away for the Thunder. Deep man for Hope on the return is the dangerous freshman Sean Foster out of Grand Ledge, where he led that team to a district championship a year ago. Joins this Hope team and has been getting a couple more opportunities throughout the season. He'll streak it up the middle. Foster got the 25 and breaks his way just shy of the 30. Here comes Zach Trader and company. Hope College offense putting up 35.78 points per game on the year. 445 yards per game, but Matt, we talked about it pregame,
Man.
we'll talk about it again. It's the run game.
Indeed.
There is no team in the MIAA and few teams even in the country running the football as effectively as Coach Sturzman's team down the stretch.
459 rushing yards last game, and that's 63-17 win over Kalamazoo. Most teams are happy just to get that much yards overall as an offense. This is a running game that can dominate.
Senior Elijah Smith will start in the backfield along with a freshman Trainer. In motion goes Seth Lumen out of the 3-wide set. It'll be Trainer dropping to pass on first down. Looking deep, looking for Grant Holzer.
Oh, beautiful ball.
He's got it. Able to bobble, able to grab into the red zone. Grant Holzer on the deep shot on first down. And Hope flips the script a little bit on the storylines. They go to the air, and they've got a chance to try to answer quickly. 9:04 to go first quarter. 7-0 Trine, and Hope moving it deep on one play.
I love it. Grant Holzer, happy senior day, sir. How about a way to get the game started there? Beautiful, just classic street route. Beats the DB. And Zach Trainer, love to see it on the money with that ball. A little bobble, but Grant able to bring it in.
Travis Myers, Terrell Harris start at the other receiver spots. Smith off the fake. This is Terrell Harris in the flat, shaking and spinning his way up to around the first down marker. Ball came out at the end after the whistles had put it down, but they're able to find the shaking senior Harris for nearly a first down again as they go to the air back-to-back plays.
Shaking and snaking. You got to be careful with those words there, Nate. But man, Terrell Harris, if you're a Hope College Flying Dutchman fan, you know Terrell Harris is so exciting. Whether it's 90-yard punt returns, long, receiving touchdowns. If you're familiar or not familiar, look out for number 6 in the orange jersey. He's a lot of fun.
Trainer back at the controls. The freshman not 13 pass touchdowns on the season. Elijah Smith will get the give, and the seniors got the first down and got the first and goal up to the 8-yard line for Hope. 7:55 to go first quarter. 7-0 Trine, but a quick drive so far for Hope as they went deep, and they're able to now get themselves into a first and goal situation, which is where, of course, this offense loves to be and how they can operate so efficiently.
I love it. Man, it's fun to watch Hope, and you just get this old school feel, right? When they say, you know what we're going to do? Let's just give it a chance, Strickland, 3-4 plays in a row and just barrel our way down in the red zone. You don't see as much of that in the modern football game. It's fun.
Hope 32 of 38 on the year in the red zone. This is Trainer on the option keeper, and he's snowed under pretty immediately. Skylar Warren and company able to track him down on the tackle. We'll see Strickland come in for Smith. So the power back is in, and this is where Hope really stops messing around when they bring Kent Strickland in. The season that he has certainly had 14 rushing touchdowns. He had a trio of touchdowns against Kalamazoo, and when you get down inside the 10-yard line up to the 8, like Hope is right here, number 9 has been a pretty consistently good option for them to go to.
Oh, my gosh. If we had D3 fantasy football, you want that guy on your team.
Under 7 minutes to go first quarter. This is Strickland powering his way inside the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and goal from the 4 coming up for Hope College. 7-0 Trine with 6:40 and less to go in the first quarter of this one.
Yeah, interesting spot on a 3rd and 4, right? If you get an incompletion or a no gain here, you're probably just a little bit too far away to go for it on 4th down. But say you give it to Strickland, Trainer takes it, you get to the 2, the 1-yard line, we might see a 4th down play here. Interested to see how this shakes up.
See Vanderkool checking in as they'll go with a couple of tight ends off the left side of the line when you count in the H-back Seth Lumen. 3rd and goal from the 4. Trainer operating out of the pistol. He motions Travis Myers. Fake give. Looking and unable to be hauled in by Lumen. Had the bobble at the goal line. 4th and goal and decision time here for Hope. I don't think it'll be much of a decision, though. They'll quickly run that kicking unit and bulking out onto the field to try to get some points.
Man, I like the play call. Get your H-back out wide, right? He had space, but just not able to connect that time. And, yeah, first drives always, you said it, Nate, the first 2 drives so integral to the game to see what the offenses are going to look like and how they're going to set up the game. Trine with a slight edge so far with the touchdown to just the field goal attempt here for the Flying Dutchman.
Both teams doing things differently than what we had certainly set up before this contest. Balkin is able to put Hope on the board as the sophomore out of Byron Center makes it a 7-3 ball game. 6 minutes exactly to go in this first quarter, so draining some clock. Both teams with their first opportunities down the field. Now Hope's defense is going to have to bow up as the offense able to find 3 on that first drive, but Trine still efficiently able to move it. The big thing about Trine, a couple of third down conversions. That's the main thing to watch. Hope was able to win on first down, even win on second down, but try and move the chains on a trio of occasions.
Absolutely, and on those third and short situations, especially around midfield, expect to see a lot of attempts on fourth down, right? This is not the NFL. You're not going to see 60, 65-year-old field goal attempts, right? You're going to see a lot more of those fourth down attempts. So those short down plays become so important, and for the Hope defense, that will be the challenge for them. Can they thrive when it's 3rd and 2, when it's 3rd and 3? Can they manage to stop this passing attack? Can they also be aware of the running options, of the T formations that we might see and whatever else this Trine crew has for us? So, man, it's going to be a battle.
Rashawn Street, Tristan Burris back to receive for the Thunder. It'll be Balkan sending away after he was able to put Hope on the board. The last time he swung the right leg through the football, he'll do it one more time here with 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. This is Rashawn Street from around the 10-yard line, and he is laid out at the 20. Well covered downfield by the Flying Dutchman, and they're able to pin Trine back fairly deep in their own side of the field to start this drive.
Sam Cochran came flying in there with the hit, and man, you love to see that on the special teams. A little bit of injection of energy for this defensive unit.
So Alex Price and company moved the ball, as we just talked about, efficiently in varied ways down the field. Last time Price wound up pounding it in from inside the 1-yard line on a 4th and goal opportunity. And Trine, after they showed us the tee last time, they'll spread them 4 wide for the first time in this contest. Zane Kirby, the senior, back in alongside the left hip of his senior quarterback Price again. Hope that 4 down front defensively. Fake give to Kirby. Price looking deep for John Clampett. Caught 40-yard line. Clampett racing away from Howell at the 25.
Wow.
And the Hope seniors able to chase him out to the 20. Both teams taking some deep shots and connecting on all of them. John Clampett, the sophomore out of Mooresville, Indiana, with the deep grab there for the Thunder.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Hope comes out with the Zach Trainer deep ball to Grant Holzer, and Alex Price comes back and says, hey, I got one of those in me too. Look at this, the makings of a shootout so far early in this first quarter.
Rubens Joseph comes in to go split back gun right here. He's the fullback to the right hip. Kirby stays in as well. 2 wide set, and Price getting ready to go to work. This on the delayed give is Kirby twisting ahead and tripping ahead to the 15-yard line for a decent 5-yard gain on first down to stay ahead of the chains, as we will tick under 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Craig Nichols, the big freshman running back, will check in for the first time today. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year. Cam McCarver, the H-back, off the left side of the line. 2nd and 5 from the Hope 15-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go first quarter. Trine looking to strike again. Here is the freshman Nichols chasing inside the 10-yard line. Stood up, twisted down by Bryce Debris and company, but that'll move the chains, and that'll make it a 1st and goal again for this efficient Trine offense.
Yeah, efficient, the great word. Man, just a couple plays and already within that 15-yard line, man. Within the 10, excuse me. Just moving at a quick pace, and this is what we saw from them last week. Early offense.
1st and goal, 9-yard line. Kirby checks back in. As Trine will continue to operate out of this 3 wide receiver set from the gun. Price off the fake give. Pressure all over him. And incomplete short, but a penalty marker is out.
Yep.
He was looking for Connor Arthur in the corner of the end zone. And we talked about it. Pressure going to be important.
Indeed.
For the penalty marker there, we can expect the DPI on this.
Yep, and when the ball left his hands, the first thing I was thinking is, oh, that's dangerous. See if somebody, in the orange jersey could get there, but that's probably going to go as a DPI call. And as a DB, you always hate those. You hate the DPIs.
Pass interference, defense, number 10. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic. First down.
So defensive pass interference on Trevor Hansen, and the senior out of South Christian trying to fight his way defensively there against Connor Arthur, and I'll set things up 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for the Thunder, who find themselves once again, Matt, in prime position to try to punch this one in and take a extended advantage after Hope was only able to find 3 on their first drive. Tailback Kirby remains in. Out of the 3 wide set, Alex Price at the controls of the offense. He had the push into the end zone on the run last time. Snaking into the end zone. Zane Kirby
Wow.
It's going to be marked short. It looked like on that dive he was going to burst his way in, but again, Hope able to bow up at the goal line. Caleb Parlberg and company on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
And if there was ever a challenge for a defensive line group, how about 3 plays to get 1 yard? This is about as tough as it gets for the DL.
Their tight end brought in here. They'll go power. They'll stick out of the gun with Kirby. 2nd and goal from the 1. Kirby,
wow.
Some difficulties, loses his footing at that 5-yard line. Trips on down. Tackle will be credited to Wyatt Tucker, the junior, busting in. But 3rd and goal backs up to around the 5 now.
In a whole different situation with the loss of those 2 yards now. And if you're Hope, you got to be thinking, man, 1st and goal from the 2? If we can somehow hold them to a field goal here, huge victory defensively.
Will be under 3 minutes to go first quarter by the time this play is run. Trine sticking 2 wide set. 3rd and goal from the 4. Price looking for the end zone. Brandon Klein hauled in. Touchdown, Trine. Whew.
Man, Alex Price, composure, composure, composure. What a great throw. Pressure coming at him, and man, his ball just absolutely on the money. And we've seen it. Man, he's up there with the top of the QBs in the MIAA, right? 22 TDs, make that 23 for Mr. Price. Cool, calm, collected.
9th receiving touchdown of the year for Brandon Klein on top of the senior out of Yulee, Florida. Has about 75 yards receiving a game, and he's also been the favorite target now as he goes to the team lead in passing or receiving touchdowns on the year. Extra point, good for Anthony Hentz. 14-3 Trine, a near perfect start for this Trine team, Matt. They've really done everything they've wanted to in various ways on both sides of the football field.
Oh, man. Just offensively, it's been dominant.
Offside, defense number 50. Penalties decline. Result is a good PAT.
The penalty there on the field to be declined, but man, the thing about Trine here, right? These aren't 11, 12 play drives where they're dinking and dunking the ball down the field. I thought we might see a little bit more of, man, there's the short spread passing game. It's not been that. It's been large chunk plays which have set up, man, great red zone opportunities. They got a little bit of help with the penalty on that last drive, but this Trine team, man, they're scoring quick. There's a lot of spark coming from this offense. This is not your 4 yards at a time offense to worry about. And on defensively, man, holding Hope to 3, that's huge. If this continues to play like a shootout, you cannot win with field goals. You got to get in the end zone.
Yeah, this is going to be, I mean, just still late first quarter, but a very important upcoming drive for Hope to not just get points on the board, but in all likelihood they would love 7 points on the board right here to try to keep pace with the Thunder as much as possible. Lay Hernandez sends it away. Sean Foster with the take from the 10. And he'll shift his way ahead over the 30-yard line. Good return. Here comes Zach Trainer and company. They moved the ball very efficiently before getting stopped up around the goal line last time. We'll see if the offense can do similar things here. And again, it was the pass game, play-action pass game that helped in particular chunk that ball down the field for the Flying Dutchman last time.
Yeah, and interested to see, does Hope go back to more of what they're traditionally known for on this drive, right? Are we going to see more of the Chance Strickland, Elijah? Are we going to see more of the classic running game for the Dutch? We'll see. The way this game is going, man, I'd love to see him continue to switch it up, especially against this defense, but we'll see who we got for this crew.
Hope will start from their own 32-yard line out of the 3-wide set. Trainer looking on the out route for Holzer, nearly intercepted. A great job jumping that route by Jalen Page, the senior out of Anderson, Indiana. He'll make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that's, man, I talked about that earlier in the broadcast. For Zach Trainer, right, you got to make sure you have to mitigate any potential mistakes. A little close that time, little gasp moment for the Hope College fans, but we're all good. 2nd down, and let's do it again.
We'll stick same look, 3-wide set, stacking Harris along with Holzer to the near side, and now Grant Holzer out that big grab on the first drive will move out. Trainer with pressure in his face from Jamon Gibson. The freshman evades on the run.
Beautiful.
Great job on the toe tap. to haul that one in by Gavin Reams, the sophomore. Hasn't gotten a ton of play this year, but a great job by Reams ranging in the open field to move the chains.
Absolutely. Love to see it from Reams. When your quarterback gets out in space, right, and he's running and trying to make something happen, you got to become open for him. And Reams does a great job of running the sideline. Nice toe tap, keeps it in bounds. And Zach Trainer, you love the mobility.
Big freshman Eli Vanderveen out of Hudsonville will check in for this next play. 1st and 10, up to their own 45. Elijah Smith on the take, has a seam and gets wrestled down to the 50-yard line for a decent gain of around 5 on that first down carry.
Well, I'll tell you something. If Joseph Johnson does not make that tackle.
Johnson on the tackle for Trine. 1:40 and less to go as that clock is ticking. And yes, hope is a little bit more back to some of the grinding game right here on this drive. 2nd and 4, and back to that 3 wide set with the offset backs. H to the right is Seth Lumen. This is Elijah Smith again over the 45-yard line and chunking his way on ahead.
Yeah, and you want to keep in mind with this drive, if you're the Hope College offense, right? Yes, you want points, you want 7. You also don't want to give Trine too much time as well, because they can go chunk plays pretty quickly, Nate. So you got to be smart with the clock as well.
Marquez Tagliaferri, senior out of Angola, Indiana, on the tackle, a guy that kind of ranges around, plays some nickel corner, plays some outside linebacker, plays some safety. As we've got an official timeout on the field for some quick correction, but Tagliaferri, one of those guys that's trying defense that's moving into a little bit different role, doing what they may have to do as they look to stack the box, sticking 2 high safeties right here, though, as Hope will operate with a split back look into plus territory. This is Foster grinding over the 40 and pushing that pile still ahead to the 35-yard line. There's 3 seniors on this big offensive line for Hope College, and an opportunity to ride them just like that certainly always a good thing, and Foster does just that for 8 on first down.
Yep, the most football play imaginable. Get all the big guys and just push them forward for 4 extra yards.
So Terrell Harris will check back in as Foster will head back to the Hope sideline after that carry. They're up to the 34-yard line.
Clock's ticking here.
Yeah, we're inside 30 seconds in the first quarter. And Trainer will operate from the gun with a trio of receivers. Harris in motion. Trainer on the drop. Looking for Holzer. Looking for the end zone. Correction, unable to haul it in. The coverage from Isaiah Hunter, the freshman out of Indianapolis. And it'll be a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, man, this is one of those plays, you throw it up. Grant Holzer's had a couple really impressive catches, contested catches. There's one earlier this season, man, a little Randy Moss moment. That was pretty awesome. But that's one of those plays, too, when there's a chance for a DPI, there's a chance for a receiver moment. You got to get those deep passes in, and it creates those opportunities. It keeps the defense honest. 3rd and 2nd, expect to see a run here.
10 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Trainer will give it to Strickland, who's back in. Lowers the shoulder. He's going to be shy. 1 yard short as he was met hard in the hole by Kendall Himes, the senior. Clock will tick down. First quarter will come to a close, and Hope will have a decision to make when we come back to the second quarter. 14-3 after 1. Great start for Trine. Hope will have a 4th down on deck. We'll be right back here from Holland.
Passing orange buckets to raise money for hand-to-hand ministry. Every $4 provides a sack of food for 1 child. Thanks for supporting our student athletes while they impact our community. And please turn your attention to the video board to hear from our Student Athlete Activities Committee on their fundraiser for Hand to Hand today.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life.
As play resumes, as the teams change in, it's 4th and 1 for the Flying Dutchman. Football at the Trine.
All right, welcome back. Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Nate Dreyer, Matt Robwin. A 4th down play. Hope is going to go for it. They already trail 14-3, and a big moment, as big one as you can get, 4th and 1, for the first play of the second quarter.
Oh,
Strickland
man,
straight
it's gonna
ahead.
be close.
Trine saying he's short the mark. I mean, we are going to, in all likelihood, see the measurement coming here because it is right around the marker of short. Trine seems pretty well set that they believe the ball is short, but Strickland had that forward momentum that it was going to be tight.
Oh, man, a huge call here for Hope. He would hate to give the ball back to Trine down 11 the way their offense is rolling. Let's see what the call is on the field.
And we will get a measurement right here that is going to tell us 5 seconds into the second quarter, Hope trying for a big fourth down conversion as
man.
they look to keep pace.
No shortage of intrigue early in this game.
Got it. Strickland by a football is able to move the chains and keep this drive alive for the Flying Dutchman. You don't see Chance Strickland denied very often of a yard, and he's able to get that yard needed right there.
We can check one cliche off the bingo card, which is football is a game of inches. You love to say that. In that scenario, definitely. You said it. A football makes all the difference for Chance Strickland. Ball on the 32 and opportunity to keep rolling.
They'll stack all three receivers to the top end of your screen and keep Strickland in, and Strickland will take it. Driving over the 30-yard line, wrestled down by Joseph Johnson on the tackle. Johnson, a senior out of Stevensville Lakeshore, so from the west side of the state of Michigan here on the stop. 3 yards on first down. Another grinding run right there from Chance Strickland, who has not been able to get a ton of running room early in this one. This Trine defense is bowed up against him and the rest of this Hope run game early on.
Yep, and no surprise. You watch the film room, you look at the stats, you got to prepare to face the run.
Trine brings a 3 down front, and it'll be Strickland again up the middle, and he's tripped up again. Met in the hole immediately by Skylar Warren. It'll be 3rd and long for Hope.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the defensive line so far for Trine. This is a really, really good Hope offensive line. We talk about the running backs a lot. This offensive line is great. The DL has been performing today. They're looking good.
Third and 7 for Hope. 29-yard line, trying to keep another drive pushing ahead. They trail 14-3 already in this one as Trine's offense has been rolling. Whistles down a false start, and now that 3rd and 7 becomes that much more unmanageable after that mistake.
Offense, number 12, 5-yard penalty.
That was Holzer jumping a little early.
Yeah, but those penalties, I mean, think about it, last drive, right? You have the defensive penalty, DPI. Now you get jumps early, gets the call here on Grant Holzer. Those penalties make a difference, especially in these situational moments. So Hope, we'll see what they can drop on 3rd and 12, just outside of field goal range.
Hope will stick 4 wide right here. Johnny Rowan Blanton, the young man out of Rockford, part of that stack of receivers to the left. 3rd and 12 for Zach Trainer. Has some time as the pocket collapses. He's able to find Rowan Blanton, who's got it up around the chains. It won't quite be enough to move it, but it will be a 4th down and about a yard. Actually, they will move the chains. The mark winds up coming right at the marker, and that'll move it for Rowan Blanton and Hope.
Yeah, and the guys at the chains, you're going to save on a little bit of cardio there. I thought we were going to see him again. But, man, good job by Trainer finding the man, finding the weakness in the zone defense there to get the 1st down.
So up to the 22-yard line, and Hope keeping this drive, grinding on ahead, down 11. Is back to a little bit more of what we expect Hope to do offensively, killing the clock along with killing some yards down the field. Trainer will work with Chance Strickland, the junior, offset to his left hip, and Strickland has the give, faked him, thrown, hauled in inside the 5-yard line by Travis Myers, 1st and goal, Hope College.
Travis Myers, great adjustment to the ball. Trainer puts in the spot where only his receiver could get it, but Myers, man, at the point of attack, just able to get up, grab it, and look at the pace here for Hope.
Working quickly, gives straight to Strickland, lowering the shoulder, backing to the goal line. He's just shy. It'll be 2nd and goal from inside the 1-yard line. How many plays have we had from, in particular, inside this 1-yard line on this side of the field already?
Right? We'll see how many more we get right here. Oh, man.
Yeah, Hope's defense already has a couple of times they stood up the Trine offense right at the goal line before the Thunder eventually punched it in. And Hope's offense, which its specialty is punching in these sort of moments, will look to do the same.
Absolutely.
They'll stick 3 wide. The H-back is Seth Lumen, the freshman out of Rochester Stony Creek off the left side. And Strickland remains in. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trainer, the keeper, and he has got nowhere to go. Shut down by Tucker Hasselman, the junior, on the stop, 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, not my favorite call ever. It's worked for Hope so far this season, but you know, you're rolling with Strickland. I don't know. It's just hard not to go to him in that scenario.
Vanderkool will come in as Hope will go with a little bit more power, even here from the goal line. A 3rd and goal from the 2. 11 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. 14-3 Trine, and Hope looking for their first touchdown of this contest. Out of the pistol, Travis Myers goes in motion. Chance Strickland bowling his way into the end zone.
Oh, man.
No, the mark again is just inside the 1-yard line, and he stood up.
Nate, what were you saying about a lot of plays in this this one? Holy smokes, we've seen about half a quarter, it feels like, just right here.
Big moment. Hope will go for it. 4th and goal. They trail by 11, and they're looking for some points right here. Strickland stays in, and you can fully imagine that they will follow the charging junior one more time into the end zone. Again, they motion Myers. This is Strickland. Up the middle, diving, pushing, stood up, touchdown, Hope College. Strickland gets enough, and Hope is on the board with their first 6 of the game.
And that play, what a great representation of this game as a whole so far. Fighting for those little inches in a tough rivalry game. Strickland, touchdown 15. He is a TD machine. I said it, if there was D3 fantasy football, I'm taking him first overall. I love it.
So Balkin will look to add the extra point. He had the field goal earlier on the last Hope drive that stalled out inside the 10-yard line. This time they will look for all 7. Balkin with a high twister, able to find the extra point and put Hope on the board of the full 7. That drive, 14-10. What an important drive. A couple tough 3rd down conversions, a 4th down conversion at the goal line. They kill some clock, but most importantly, they get those 7 points on the board. Now the Hope defense needs to find a way to respond to give their offense maybe a chance to regain some control in this senior day battle.
Absolutely. And I know I've referenced it several times, right? This Trine team, first half, dangerous combination. Last game, they put up 14 in the first quarter, 14 in the second quarter. On track with that so far. Hope's going to want to calm them down. You don't want to let the running game get involved. The running game's had a little bit of success for Trine, right? If anything, you know they're going to throw the ball, make them one-dimensional, and start to squeeze out that passing attack. If I'm Hope, I want to do that.
Caden Balkin, fresh off his point after, will send it away as, again, Burris and Street will back for the return here. Tristan Burris off the high kick from the 10. He'll angle to the 20. Burris with a seam over the 30, and he's got it past the 40-yard line. Great midfield starting position for a Trine offense that hasn't necessarily needed good field position the way that they moved the ball already in this one. So Hope's defense with that much more of a challenge will be faced right here. 10-15 to go in the second. Trying the 4-point lead, in the Thunder, who have been pretty unstoppable offensively, will look to do the same here.
And if you're Hope, one thing, you know, you talk Alex Price, man, the numbers, the stats, he's also thrown 11 interceptions this year. He has had a considerable amount of turnovers. If you're Hope, you want to be thinking about that too. Can we have a play here that completely changes momentum? Can we force an interception? Can we force a fumble? We'll see how aggressive they play here.
They go with a couple of tight ends, and they start with the power freshman back, Craig Nichols, who will get the first carry. He is stood up, turns away from Luke Palmer, and then a couple more Flying Dutchmen, including Tyler Stazowski, help finish him off. It's a loss of 3 on first down on the carry from Nichols.
Stazowski coming off of a strong week, had an interception last week, which is very important for Hope. There gets the big tackle.
Mark it officially loss of 2. A 2nd and 12 for the Thunder, who stick now back to their base 3 wide receiver set, but they keep Craig Nichols in the backfield along with their senior Alex Price. Off the clap, a fake, and Nichols with a pocket collapsing, chased away, on the move, unable to find Cale Lawson, just trying to get that ball away. 3rd and 12, and Hope's defense, a great opportunity right here, to say the least.
Just love the atmosphere, man. These certain downs are awesome here. You talked about it earlier, the Hope defensive pressure. Works to perfection there. Love to see it.
They've got in the backfield a couple of times. Price was able to convert through it once. Not able to here. Trying to go 3 wide. Trio of experienced senior wideouts across the field as Price will survey the field. 3rd and 12 with 9.5 to go. Hope showing a little bit of pressure, and they'll bring it. Price over the middle, hauled in. Cale Lawson, twist to the 45. First down, tackle from Howe. There you go, senior to senior in the open field, and Trine moves the chains on 3rd and very long.
Man, all 185 pounds of Lawson there, taking that hit after the catch, and holy smokes. You know the hit's coming, and that's what they always teach receivers from a young age, right? You're going to get hit either way. You might as well hang out of the ball. Great throw, too.
Couple of power backs in. The fullback Joseph along with the power tailback Nichols off either hip of Alex Price, who will work against that 4-down front. Delayed cutting back run to Craig Nichols, and he will slither ahead to the 40-yard line for a gain of a couple on first down.
And man, back to that 3rd and 12. What a huge conversion. I know they're moving with pace here, but holy smokes. 3rd and 12. First real opportunity for Hope to stop this offense, and man, they just... Price, man, he's cool, calm, and collected. That's a big throw to make in that situation.
8.5 to go, second quarter. 4-point lead for the Thunder, and they drive. Price operating with 2 wideouts this time, and the tailback remains Craig Nichols, the big freshman. He'll get it again, cutting over the 40, but ran into a tackling pile led by Cole Lumen and company. Another 3rd down opportunity for Hope's defense to try to get off the field here.
Nichols again.
Yep, and these have been rough so far for Hope. It's been a little bit of a challenge getting off the field on these 3rd downs. And let's remember, a ball on the 38, 3rd and 5. This could end up being 2-down territory.
John Clampett, who had the big grab last drive deep down the field, will check back in for Trine. And Price will go to work. Nearly a 60% passer on this season for the senior, the 2nd all-time leading passer in the history of Trine football. 3rd and 5 with 7.5 to go, and Hope is looking like they're bringing the pressure, and they do. It's immediately in Price's face. Down he goes. Liam Danitz on the sack, and it's 4th and long.
Liam Danitz getting everybody on their feet here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Comes flying through. They bring the house, and oh man, that is a win for Hope. A much, much needed win defensively. How about that DL? Landed.
Hope's defense gets the first stop of the ball game. And now Terrell Harris, who had that electrifying punt return a few weeks back for the Flying Dutchman, their lone special team score of the season, will look to bring this one back from Lay Hernandez. A low twisting spinner that they're going to try to keep away from Harris just inside the 20. So 6:44 to go. Hope offense now has a chance to completely flip the script in this ball game and try to take their first lead of the contest.
Man, when it was 14-3 and Hope had that 4th down play, and they had a couple 4th down plays, if you're a Hope fan, you're getting a little worried, man. This Trine team is cooking, so cannot overstate how important that play was. And this is, hey, Price, he can ball. He's good under pressure. To bring the house on a 3rd down, that is a gutsy call, and I love it.
Hope team that throughout the year, they've had several contests where they went down early. They found a way to grind back. It's been a resilient group all year long, and they will look to answer again right here. Just a little under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Trainer and company going back to work. Fake give to Smith, and in the flat, it is Terrell Harris, and he is swallowed up just past the 20. They'll get him about a yard on that screen as Harris not quite able to break free before Tagliaferri and company corralled him.
Yeah, good pursuit from the defense. Whenever 6 has the ball, you want to take away every possible lane because that man can make a lot of lanes for himself.
2nd and 8 for Hope, who will stick out of the 3 wide set. They go with their base 3 receivers of Harris, Holzer, and Myers. And Elijah Smith, senior out of Hastings, will remain in the backfield right here. Try and bring that 3 down front, and Smith will cut it up before he is stood up and get just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and medium for Hope to convert. So now Hope, Trine's defense on the other side of things have a chance to come up with their first stop of the game.
Absolutely, and oh man. That would be an ironic twist of the game if we had punt to punt here after how man, just shootout-esque it has been so far. We'll see what Hope can muster on this 3rd and 5 situation.
Ben Wellman is in here
right.
for Hope at quarterback, so he will step into the gun alongside Elijah Smith out of a 3-wide set. 3rd and 5 for the Flying Dutchman here. Wellman will drop to pass. Looking
not there
for Smith in the flat, but Smith never turned his head, passed out of his reach anyway, and it'll be 4th and 5, and we can fully expect that Hope punt unit to, here they are, roll onto the field, and now Hope will have to punt it away, as after all the offense early, we now trade 3rd and outs for both teams.
Yeah, interesting call to bring Wellman in there. It just looked like a miscommunication. Not on the same page, but yeah, punt the ball back, and the defense, just like that, back to the challenge against this Thunder O.
Dual punters and dual returners for this one. It'll be Flagler to send it away. Trine lets that one fall, get touched up to the 35, and we can almost reset all of our talking points from about 3 minutes ago now. Is 14-10 game, and it now flips back to Trine with a chance offensively to not just score, but to try to put some points on the board and maybe take the clock down and take an extended lead into the break.
Yeah, you just feel like, man, 2 punts in a row just makes you calm down, right? It's like, all right, take a breath. Both teams have forced a punt. All right, both teams have gotten away with stopping this offense just a little bit. The shootout, we're calming down here. Let's see if Hope can continue to bring the heat, bring the pressure. I'm going to expect maybe some quick passes on this drive from the Thunder, but we'll see. We'll see what they've got for us.
Zane Kirby, the senior, will return for this drive for the Thunder. Price will motion Rashawn Street and fake it to him. Price looking deep for Cale Lawson, overthrown, nearly intercepted. A really good chance for Trevor Hansen at that football. 2nd and 10 as Trine takes a deep shot, nearly faces the repercussions of it.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mentioned earlier, I mean, Price has thrown 11 interceptions. That being said, 4 of them came against Alma, and both these teams played Alma, and we know how that ended up. But, man, those moments, if you can force an INT or a turnover, it could be huge.
A Trine team that's turned the ball over a fair amount in general. 4 fumbles also for Zane Kirby on the season. So if there's one thing Hope can do, looking to maybe force some turnovers, and we've seen it through some of the pressure they've tried to get in the face of both the run game and, of course, Price could be a big part of things. What an effort to lower the shoulder and twist ahead to the 40-yard line for Zane Kirby and make it about a 3rd and 5 right here. Hope brings their unit, shifting their unit up, I should say, defensively. And here we go. It'll be 3rd and 4 on the mark to the 41. It's now defense has taken over in this ball game, and Hope's defense has a chance to answer again.
Yep, we'll see if Hope brings the pressure here if they back off a little bit. Man, I mean, Trine's been going deep, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a slant or something quick here.
3-wide set. Price will survey the field on 3rd and 4. 4.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. Price dropped to pass. Here comes the pressure from Niklitzky off the edge. He's able to find a streaking Brandon Klein. Klein cutting over the 20, inside the 15. Tackle by Cochran, but the senior in the open field moves it deep into Hope territory.
Man, yeah, Flagler has had an amazing year. That time Price got the better of them in the middle. Hits him in stride, able to get those yards after the catch, and Trine is back in business.
Klein had the touchdown grab earlier for Trine, and he's kind of the pressure relief valve type guy. A couple of seniors between he and Price that have played together for a long time, and there seems to be a ton of trust, to say the least, between the two of them, and it seems like when they need the pass in a moment like that, Klein has been the guy they've gone to on a couple of occasions already. 1st and 10, they're up to the Hope 13-yard line. Twin tight ends, they will go a little bit more power right here. Price to throw, looking for Klein again, tapping the toes.
Oh, man.
He's out at the 1.
What a well-thrown ball there with 2 defenders, right? All around Klein, and you talked about it, that connection. Talk about trust in your receiver, trust in your own arm. Nice ball.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. So let's go back to the 1-yard line, and we'll see this time if Hope's defense is going to be able to stand tall in what would have to be quite likely, well, probably just 3 plays, because trying to be looking for the field goal if they can't bust it in, but they bring out this pistol formation, the fullback Joseph in along with the tailback Zane Kirby. This is Kirby with a big hole into the end zone. Touchdown, Trine. They strike for the third time today and make it a 20-10 ball game.
Wow, 3 TDs for Trine. No messing around this time on the 1-yard line. Just, man, right into that blue and orange end zone. This does leave Hope with just over 3 minutes to make a run of their own, which is important because you know this Hope team likes to take their time on offense.
So Hentz will look to add the extra point, make it an 11-point ball game. As Trine has opened up their second 2-score lead of the game. And the junior able to convert and able to make it 21-10. So, like you said, a Hope offense that likes to take their time, likes to be able to matriculate the ball more slowly through the run game. With 3:03 remaining in this first half and getting points of any kind for one to get it back to a 1-score game. Very important, you can probably say pretty confidently before the half.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And there is an opportunity here, say Hope scores 7. They get the ball first in the second half, right? So if you can generate a touchdown here and then get the ball back, you're feeling pretty good about yourself, right? But, man, let's go back once again to Price. Everything he's been advertised to be, right? Senior quarterback, second most yards in program history. What I've loved from him today is he is not backing down from his shots. He's making those throws that are a little dangerous, a little risky. He trusts his arm. He trusts his receivers. And it's paid off. There's been 1 or 2 close calls, a little risky balls, but that sort of quarterback play has taken Trine this far, and hey, you might as well keep rolling with it. I like what I've seen from Price.
Sean Foster back deep to bring this one away, and it'll be Lay Hernandez to send it away. Foster will track it going the wrong way.
Boy.
Inside the 5-yard line, angling to the 20 in to a tackling pile, so not a great return, really start to finish on that one for Foster and the Hope unit. So now, here comes Trainer and company. 2:55 to go, second quarter, down a couple of scores. Obviously still late first half, but a big moment in this one. And like you just highlighted, with getting the ball for Hope to start the second half of play, they're in a good position. It's actually going to be Wellman again. So we'll have to check on Trainer's status. He's on the sideline. He's standing and seems okay, but Wellman is where they're going to go once again for this ensuing drive. So Ben Wellman, the junior out of Bloomington, Illinois, will be at the controls. And Wellman is throwing to Harris on first down, and the seniors got it over the 25-yard line on the screen as he was chased out by Wes Van Hooser, the senior right there.
Yeah, very, very interested in why we have Wellman going right now. But, hey, good to get that first down play, 7 yards, Terrell Harris, get the ball rolling. Obviously, all these quarterbacks come in with experience, and they look to rush down the offense here.
Wellman from the gun. They'll spread him 4 wide again with 2.5 to go in this first half. Wellman to throw. The junior standing in against the pressure. Jump pass. Got Harris for the first down. And he has got it over the 50, staying on his feet to the 45-yard line. Tamir Woods eventually the one to track him down, with the senior out of Whitehall twisting and turning for a first down in opponent territory.
How about the jump pass for Mr. Wellman, looking like a point guard there orchestrating the offense. That's fun.
A very good start for Wellman. Seems very confident, very composed, coming in cold off the bench, and has been able to operate things well with the pass game in a 4-wide set right here. Rowan Blanton joins the starting trio of receivers from the 45-yard line. Wellman off the play action. He'll find Harris again, who will race to the sideline. That's been the go-to man since Wellman got in, as Harris has been targeted every time. And he's able to move it over the 40, and most importantly, stop the clock as well with 1:58.
Yeah, I love that, man. The ball was out of his hands in like a second and a half. That's just quick. This is like perfect 2-minute drill offense right here. Still got 2 minutes, though. You want to be careful. Don't give Trine too much time.
And both teams, all their timeouts still remaining in this first half. 21-10, the Trine advantage. Wellman in, the junior backup quarterback, operating the offense out of a 4-wide set again. He'll drop to pass again. The pressure all in his face. Evades it, and down goes Wellman as he is brought down hard out of bounds by Kendall Himes on that stop in the backfield. Third down. I think some murmuring from the Hope sideline. Didn't necessarily love the way that their junior got taken out of bounds there.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback gets near that sideline and there's a little bit of extra contact, that's dicey. You never know when a flag is going to come out. So, yep, not surprised to see the Hope bench a little upset about that one.
So he's able to get it out of bounds at least, and actually looks like he didn't quite. Clock will move, and we're going to tick under 90 seconds to go here. Hope not using their timeout. 3rd and 8 on its way from the 43-yard line. They'll spread them 4 wide again. Wellman, fake give. Through the pressure, overthrown as he was looking for Holzer.
Oh, flag on the play.
There is behind the play. We'll have to see what it is. The pressure was coming, of course, quickly in the face of Wellman.
We'll see if it's a roughing call here on the quarterback.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 9. High hit on the quarterback.
That will save a drive.
Penalty from the previous spot with an automatic first down.
Big break for the Flying Dutchman there. Late hit and high hit coming in on their junior Wellman as he tried to get that one away. And now with 1:18 to go, the drive continues with a fresh set of downs inside the 30-yard line.
First real big mistake in the penalty area for this Trine Thunder team. They've been pretty good there, but that's a big one.
Wellman with Elijah Smith in the backfield. Back to work out of 4 wide set. Wellman stepping up and trying to find Rowan Blanton. 2nd and 10. Another jump pass stepping up into traffic right there.
Intended for Rowan Blanton.
1:13 remaining as the clock will settle down for a moment. 21-10. Hope does get the ball to start the second half of their senior day game here, so a great chance to try to flip some points in this contest. But the main development, Zach Trainer, the freshman, to the bench really since the middle point of the last drive, and now it's been Ben Wellman operating things in a pass-oriented 4-wide spread offense in the 2-minute drill. Here is Wellman dropping, has a bit of time. He's able to find Travis Myers, and Myers turns it up to the 15-yard line. A penalty marker is down in the backfield, though.
Another one back in the backfield. Another potential hit on the QB. Is it a holding call? We'll see. Whether huge implications either way.
Hope's offense coming back like they potentially think this is going to be a hold on them. That was able to buy a little bit of time there for Wellman. It certainly shrinks your playbook if that is the call. Here it is.
73, 10-yard penalty. The down remains 2.
So they get the senior Luke Marsh on the hold, the left tackle, and what looks like a really good conversion to the sophomore out of Forest Hills Northern, Myers, will come all the way back for a 2nd and 20 now for the Flying Dutchman. Wellman will motion Terrell Harris. Wellman looking for Harris. Got it! And he's gone! Touchdown, Terrell Harris!
And look at the excitement from Ben Wellman. Comes in, season finale, throws an absolute dart to Terrell Harris. I love it.
How about that play set up too? They motion Harris, kind of give him that running start across the field, and he is absolutely gone. Streaking to the end zone, 4th receiving touchdown of the year for Terrell. And Hope on the board, 21-16 again. And they do have a chance to flip this score, getting the ball first out of the second half.
2nd and 20. No concerns there. That was a quick play call to the end zone. Love it.
Balkin brings it down to 4. 50 seconds to go. And Hope backed up, and seemingly when this drive looked like it was about to stall, Ben Wellman stands in there, finds a streaking Terrell Harris, and the senior on senior day is gone, and Hope is back in the ball game.
I love it. Hit him right in motion. And now on the other side, 50 seconds left. Interested to see how the Thunder play this here, Nate. They've still got a chunk of time, and this is a team that we've seen. Chunk plays have been no problem for them today, so we'll see how they operate. I'm going to go ahead and guess we're not going to get a couple QB kneels here.
There's probably a very good chance of that, because not just the 50 seconds, but both teams, all their timeouts still remaining as well in this very uniquely played, very interesting. I don't even quite know how to start breaking it down. First half of play, a back and forth nature to this one, where things have been a little bit out of the ordinary and unexpected for both offenses, both defenses, of what we expected the norm to be coming into this ball game. Of course, Ben Wellman coming in and leading that pass-oriented drive for Hope is just the latest example of that.
You got that.
Balkin will send it away to Rashawn Strait. He's got it over the 20, and it'll be a nearly 80-yard march that's going to have to come up here for the Thunder.
Luke Stewart with a nice hit. We've seen some nice special teams tracking. A couple of these. And man, I mean, 45 seconds, you force a 3 and out with your 3 timeouts. I mean, Hope, you could even consider trying to go back on offense. Who knows?
So Price and company getting ready to go to work. And again, I mean, we've seen Alex Price. We talked about it pregame. The important factor would be how can Hope get pressure on this guy? And we've seen a couple occasions where they did get pressure, and that led to one of the only turnovers on downs, or punts away, I should say, for Trine. But otherwise, the senior also has stood against the pressure a couple times and delivered some really confident balls, especially able to find his fellow senior Brandon Klein quite often in the slot in those sort of moments, including one of the passing touchdowns in this contest. He'll look Klein's way, intercepted!
Whoa.
It's Lumen jumping the route, and he's got blockers set up inside the 20. Wow! Hope has got it in the red zone. Cole Lumen jumping the route, INT from the linebacker. 1st and 10, Hope plus territory.
All right, Lumen, the big man with the INT. And hey, we're thinking, got a couple plays we'll throw it. Maybe we'll get a punt. How about an interception on the first play? Just an absolutely crazy first half. And I talked about it, right? 11 INTs make it 12. Holy smokes, all of a sudden, Hope gets the ball in the second half. You could get more points here. It could be 2 straight consecutive drives in the end zone. Oh man, wow, what a change of pace. What a change of momentum.
Absolutely. Lumen, a guy, 3 sacks on the year. We know for him more in that sort of aspect if he's stepping out of his normal linebacker roles, but what a job to jump that route, grab the interception, and Ben Wellman and company will go back to work. The 22-yard line, the starting point, split back, Foster coming in alongside Strickland. Wellman to throw. Pressure coming, evades, looks for Harris, and that one's overthrown as Harris was trying to twist his way on ahead and away from Tagliaferri's coverage.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, good job getting away for pressure for Wellman, right? You don't want to get too excited and throw another interception the way back. So just gotta, hey, let's be smart here. A field goal is still huge.
Correction, that was Trey Richards, the sophomore, out looming on the coverage. He will stay as the high safety right here and shift over a bit as Wellman will look back to the sideline and get things set. Strickland stays in the backfield. They'll go 4 wide again. 2nd and 10 for Hope, down 21-17. What a chance to flip things here. Wellman on the drop to pass. Pressure coming. He's got Rowan Blanton. He's got it over the 10. Lowering the shoulder inside the 5. 1st and goal. Finds the Rockford native and moves the chains for 1st and goal.
All right, so I take it back. No field goals. You want a touchdown here. All right. Let's get in the end zone. If you're a Hope fan, you got to be thinking, we were down 14-3. We almost had a turnover on downs twice on this drive that we really needed earlier in the game. All of a sudden, we could go into the end of this half with the lead here.
Rowan Blanton out. Lumen in. And it'll be a pair of tight ends, H-backs, both Castle and Lumen in right here. A power look. Actually, they'll check that. Castle will not come in. They'll go 3 wide set. Wellman looking corner of the end zone, overthrown, trying to find Holzer in the corner of the end zone, and wisely put that one where only his man would be able to get it. His man wasn't even able to get that one. So remains 2nd and 5, still 18 ticks on the clock here.
Yeah, but Hope still with timeouts, so nothing's stopping them from running the ball as well, but we'll see what they drop. Obviously, 5 yards to goal puts you in a bit of an awkward position, kind of a limited playbook, so we'll see if we get slant routes, maybe short passes, hand it off to Chance Strickland, let him do his thing. Let's see what they got.
2nd and 5, Strickland staying in there alongside Wellman. They'll fake it to him. Wide open, caught, touchdown, Grant Holzer, and Hope has taken the lead.
Man, how about these seniors today? Mr. Grant Holzer, another TD on the season for the season vet, and the slant route works to perfection. And holy crap, if you're a Hope fan, I mean, you gotta be pretty happy right now, I would say, Nate. You gotta be pretty happy.
What a turnaround in the last few minutes. At one point in time, we were looking at a 21-10 ball game with Hope dealing with a dying drive. They find a way to get a score, get a pick, get another score. Balkin adds the extra point, makes it 3. 15 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter, and Hope has flipped this one all the way before they even get the ball to start the 2nd half. But the storyline is the emergence of Ben Wellman.
How about that?
Zach Trainer, the freshman, we've seen him all year. It's been the power run game with Trainer at quarterback. All of a sudden, a borderline air raid with Wellman at quarterback, and Hope with a couple quick scores.
It's like completely flipped the script here, right? Different quarterback. they've just been throwing darts the last 2 tries. So much for the 4-minute-long Chance Strickland, Elijah Smith-led run game. Wellman's looked like he's been playing all year out there, Nate. How about that?
Balkan to get. Street of Bears.
Caden Balkan, sophomore, out of Byron Center, will get ready to send it away. What a win for his alma mater last night, by the way, if you're a fan of West Michigan high school football. Last second win over Caledonia. I'm sure Caden was some way, shape, or form tuned in to that one, as he'll boot this one on away. It'll again be Street to take it at the 10. That is fair caught. Street disagrees that he signaled fair catch.
Okay. Well, let's just add another strange thing to this first half here, Nate. I don't have a football PhD, so I don't know if I can necessarily tell you how much of a hand motion equates to fair catch in this scenario. Little weird moment there on the field. Don't see that very often.
I think part of it was, I don't know if it was Street that they got on the motion. I think it was one of the other, essentially one of the up men.
Signal made by number 23. You did not receive the kick. By rule, ball placed at the end of the kick. First down, Trine.
All right, so.
Wow. Okay.
We'll get Ambrose as the one signaling, as it was Street that actually was returning. And now, Trine has to start at the 10. We're learning new things today.
Street and Ambrose are going to have a strange conversation after this one. Like, hey, man, I was trying to take that. Yeah, that's a new one for sure.
So 15 seconds, and Trine now, a bit shockingly for them, I'm sure, down a score.
Wow.
And Price will work out of the split-back gun to begin this drive. He'll give it to his senior Kirby, who's wrestled down by Caleb Carlberg. And it seems like Trine's going to be ready to take this one into the locker room. That is exactly what they're going to do. All right, Matt, it's halftime. Of all the scores a couple minutes ago, you thought this game could have 24-21, easy for me to say. Not what you would have expected. Quite the effort by Hope, and as much of a wild last-minute turnaround that I've seen in the final minute of a half.
Yeah, and things just started to seem to turn Hope's way, right? Earlier in the game, Hope had some big penalties, defensively, offensively. That last drive, they get a little bit of help with one defensive penalty for Trine. Wellman able to make some big plays. All of a sudden, they're at a 2nd and 20. Earlier in the game, you might be thinking, oh man, Trine's got all the momentum. Wellman able to hit a streaking Terrell Harris who goes into the end zone. That was the play for me when I started to think, all right, the momentum in this game has shifted. It is feeling all orange and blue right now. And let's not forget, though, I mean, Trine's had a great offensive half by all regard. I mean, Alex Price has been dealing. He's made great throws. He even got the run game in it a little bit. Hope being in the lead, you have to feel ecstatic as a Dutch fan. Couldn't have drawn it up like this, Nate.
Absolutely.
Couldn't have drawn it up like this.
To start in the hole they were, but this has been the story of Hope's season.
Yeah, you're right.
Even in games where they are being outplayed at moments, they've been a team for Coach Sturzman. This is something true of really all of Peter Sturzman's teams throughout his entire coaching career. Teams that just find a way to make the plays when needed, and that was exactly true in the first half. And now Hope a really good chance to start this second half to try to impose their will a little bit. When you look at what this team normally wants to do offensively and defensively, and we'll talk about it when we come back from the break and come back from the second half. But this first drive, a really good chance for Hope to find out, what do they want to be offensively? They need to keep the foot on the gas through the pass game with Wellman. Are they going to try to grind things away, salt the clock a bit? We're going to find all that out. All right, we are going to step aside. 24-21, Hope over Trine at the break. Senior day here from Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. We will be right back.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws? Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most: hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.
Welcome to the 2023 Catalyst Summit.
This is Malcolm Gladwell.
Thank you. And when I look at what is happening here at this school, in this community, it's actually far more of a revolution than you may give yourself credit for.
What's going to differentiate you in the fullness of time is the content of your character and the courage you have to bring to the situation.
The obstacle was getting people to believe that change was possible.
If one person invests time, energy, and resources in the trajectory of another person, change their life forever.
And in getting to know them individually and a group, they have brightened my heart and spirit as to the future of young people at Hope College.
It's like the biggest investment and trust a college can give to a student. And when a 17 or 18-year-old is invested by that much, I feel like it changes your daily life.
The work in this exhibit represents the lived experiences and future impact of 58 incredible people.
Very late night.
Yeah, very late
Yeah,
night. Very late night at 7 o'clock.
Yes, that's right.
Something about being on the receiving end of being told you are worthy, this is a pure gratuity, and all we're asking is that you consider what it is to respond to this kind of grace later in life to future generations. And I was like, what this really is like, it's immediately creating a multi-generational community.
College is priceless, but it's way too expensive. I think the crazy thing is that no one is really doing anything to really solve that puzzle.
It is one of those wonderful ideas that people are going to try and politicize it, but it's non-politicizable.
Why not 30 years from now, this is the norm?
In our popular mythology, revolutions happen in Silicon Valley, right? But no, the revolution happened here.
I think we are starting a revolution. It's coming from a very strong sense of who we are.
It's immediately creating a multi-generational community.
There's something magical happens when you shift from being a payer to being a giver.
Hope Forward has 58 students, I think, today-ish. You know, when we started in '94, we had 47. It's doable. What they're trying to do is doable. Getting people to believe early on is the hardest part.
It has given people a sense of belonging to a cause greater than themselves.
This can happen. This is possible, and we need each of you to be brand ambassadors for this initiative.
We're all aware of the crisis in American education. There are other crises as well that I think are linked to it. The second is the crisis facing our young people, the mental health crisis. And the third crisis is the crisis in our church. And when I look at what is happening here at this school, in this community, I see it as not just addressing the first of those crises, but all three of them.
The students are incredible, and the idea is incredible. Why not 30 years from now, this is the norm?
I've said this a million times, but who better than a place called Hope to run toward things that to the world look hopeless?
Gave the game my love, gave it all I had, with everything I got. You can never take that back. I put my blood, sweat, and my tears, dedicated for years. I am my brother's keeper. I elevated my peers, made history with victory. It's our turn now. Let's go now. Can't slow down. Oh no now. It's a showdown, and we ready for it when it's time to go down. We'll never give it up. Always level up, never back down. It's our turn now. We will rise from the fire. We will rise from the flame. We will keep raising higher till the whole world knows our name. It's our turn now. Yeah. It's our turn now. It's our turn now. Greatest in the world, the best to ever do it. The stars in the future, we got the history to prove it. This is for legends in the making, on the path to be the greatest. Let no one take it, you got to rise up and face it. Embrace it like the feeling, you got to see it with a vision.
I applied to the Hope Forward program mainly like on a whim, but what really made me interested in it and like what interested my whole family in it, it's generosity based, and that is not something that you will ever find in higher ed.
A scholarship is more like, I see you've earned this, you did academics well, you're really good at sports, like I'm just gonna give you this money, and you'll lose it if you don't meet a certain criteria. And the Hope Forward gift is saying, we're gonna give it to you with the expectation that you're gonna turn around and be generous to the next generation.
Such a big beauty, and especially to me, about Hope Forward is it's so gospel-centered. I think that's the same with our walk with Jesus, is there's a sense of we are given to give.
It allows me to focus a lot more and really listen to what God wants me to do.
I get to jump into nursing hopefully debt-free because of Hope Forward. If I hadn't received such a wonderful gift of this tuition, I would have to be a lot more tuition focused, whereas I've been given this gift of focusing on the people around me, the experiences around me, and getting to dive deeper into the things in the here and now instead of the how am I going to pay for this later.
I'm going into physical therapy, so that means 3 more years of grad school after Hope.
And welcome back, everyone, to Hope College Football here from Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Nate Dreyer, Matt Roblin. Boy, what a first half. Hope and Trine 24-21. Hope able to flip the script late, score a couple touchdowns inside the final minute of that first quarter of play in what was a wild one. And a game, Matt, that above all else has completely been the opposite of a lot of our expectations on how each of these teams would be trying to attack some things.
Totally. I mean, we came in talking about how Hope was going to run the ball down the throats of Trine and how we were going to see Trine just dominate in the air. And we've seen some of that from Trine, but we've also seen a little bit more T formations, different plays, a couple rushing touchdowns. Ben Wellman is in the game, and he just had 2 incredible drives to finish off that first half. If we told you that Hope would have under 40 yards rushing the ball and they'd have 24 points at halftime, you wouldn't believe us. It's just been a game for Hope that's been different than any other one this season, Nate. And man, there was a point when it was 14-3 and Trine had all the momentum. I know I've said it before, but Hope has really flipped the script. They've taken the momentum back, and they're playing strong with their second-string QB.
Both offenses completely inefficient trying to run the football, to say the least. Hope 16 attempts for 34 total yards. Trine 18 attempts for 22 yards when you add in the sack as well that Price took. But it has been a game where you've had to go to the air to be able to move the football whatsoever. But both teams have been able to move the football. Both go north at 20 points in the first half. And this first drive of the third quarter is really going to be fascinating for Hope. A lot of questions.
Yeah, indeed.
Who's going to play quarterback? Are they going to run the football? Are they going to go back to almost the borderline air raid they were running at the end of the first half? There's a lot of things that we have to try to figure out as Hope is looking to expand this advantage and see if they can start to put their foot on the throttle for the closing run of this ball game.
I know. It's so funny thinking about their game last week and how much they ran the football, all the rushing touchdowns, the insane amount of 400-plus rushing yards. 440. It's just so different. And this is why you love football. Anything can happen. Senior days, man. I agree with you. I'm here to see it. Will Hope return to more of what we've seen throughout the season, or do they keep looking through the air? And if they do they keep finding Terrell Harris? He's been so active these last 2 drives. Man, it's been exciting to watch. Grant as well getting in the action, and Ben Wellman's just really commanded the offense.
It will be Sean Foster, the freshman, getting ready for the take back. Danley Hernandez, the junior, will send it away for the Thunder again. Here we go. Second half underway. Hope leads by 3. Foster, a bit of a stumble, able to take it over the 20 and turn the corner to just shy of the 25-yard line. But a penalty marker comes in around the time of the turn, and the hit, will wait to see what it is. You can expect a hold thrown in that sort of the place on the field, but regardless, Hope's offense ready to get going here for the first time in the second half.
During the return, holding. First down, Hope.
So it is a hold against Hope, and this offense is going to be backed up to their own 10-yard line as they get ready to start here. And we are going to have those first of the questions I asked answered. it is Zach Trainer that will start the second half. So after the effective close for Ben Wellman, it's Trainer that starts the second half here for Hope.
Yeah, and this is an interesting choice. You know, I'm not entirely sure why Trainer went out of the game in the first spot, but Wellman was really, really cooking those last 2 drives. So we'll see if Trainer can continue to push that same momentum.
Trainer will throw it out to Terrell Harris in the flat, and he'll chase it over the 15-yard line. Those little out routes to the sideline to Harris have been arguably the most effective part of this whole Hope offense. It's how they've been, essentially how they've been chunking the ball the way they normally do via the run game instead through the air.
You're absolutely right, and I guess you have 2 options when the run game isn't working. You keep trying to force it, or you go to the air. They've taken the latter, and it's worked out pretty well.
A great contest for Harris for certain. That touchdown grab earlier. And in the first half, Harris was able to put up 88 yards receiving along with the touchdown grab. So 2nd and 4 for Hope as they go back to work here. Smith in the backfield along with Zach Trainer, who rejoins the offense to start the 3rd quarter. So fake give over the middle, and a big hit is levied on Travis Myers after he was unable to bring that in. That was Trey Richards throwing the hit, hunting in the open field. 3rd and 4 for Hope at their own 16.
3rd down. And 4.
Rowan Blanton will check in, and they'll spread them 4 wide. This is how Hope pretty efficiently moved the ball inside the final few minutes of the first half, going to a spread look and going to the pass game. They'll go with an even formation, 2 receivers either side. The big senior center, Cole Harger, barking out some calls before the snap is down to Trainer. Through the pressure, able to find Elijah Smith for the first down and then some. Johnson chases him down. What a job, though, by Trainer to find his pressure relief valve with white jerseys just everywhere in his face.
Absolutely, and hey, you got those hands coming up at you. You have to throw the ball in a certain way where there's no chance for deflection. Trainer puts it exactly where it needs to be, and his guy Elijah Smith able to get that first down.
That's a good throw for Trainer, too. Coming in after not being benched, but after sitting on the sideline for those last couple drives, pressure in your face, able to get it away, able to make the quick throw and the quick play. 33-yard line to start, and Trainer off the play action to throw again. The pressure is coming. The freshman gets it away. Holzer makes the grab!
Grant Holzer.
Unbelievable. Again, the acrobatics. And he moves it inside the 40.
Happy senior day, Mr. Holzer. You've seen the touchdown. You've seen the catch there. And Zach Trainer, I'm not going to lie, when that ball left his arms, I was a little concerned. That looked like a dangerous throw, but Holzer able to complete the play, and that's good yardage for Hope.
13 minutes to go. 3rd quarter, and Hope in business inside the opponent 40-yard line. 1st and 10 look. They put 3 receivers all out to the left. They fake the give. They'll throw again, and that one is tipped and nearly intercepted by Tucker Hasselman. Kind of a little bit of a hitch before the throw right there from Trainer, and some indecision off the fake give. 2nd and 10.
But you said it, great to see Trainer get into the rhythm, obviously being out a couple drives. You know, it's great to see that they've interchanged these quarterbacks and been able to continue this momentum. That can really kill a quarterback's confidence or kill a quarterback's momentum in a game. Working pretty well so far.
2nd and 10. Hope will keep it spread 4 wide right here. Some pressure coming. Trainer gets it away, but unable to find the outstretched arms of Johnny Rowan Blanton. And that'll make it 3rd and 10. So Hope backed up now, and that's when you live and die via the pass game. You can find yourself backed up in these sort of moments. It's antithetical to how we typically see this offense completely operate.
How about that? Man, all pass plays. I'm like, what am I watching right now? This is so different than what we've seen all season.
Again, we can't say it enough. This is a team that put up around 450 yards on the ground last week. They have 34 in this game now, and they are leading and they are driving. And this is Trainer again. He's forced to duck out of the pocket, direct some traffic, and just able to get that one away through a hit. Hasselman was trying to chase him down. That was a big hit taken by Trainer, and that'll make it 4th and 10 inside the 40 and into no man's land here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring out the punting unit here, and man, that was a big hit on Trainer. And anytime a quarterback gets hit like that, you're always watching just an extra second if a flag is going to come out. No flag there on the field, and that will result in a punt.
Trine definitely answered that drive by pressuring Trainer like crazy, especially on the second end. They decided that the freshman's back in there. Let's see if we can take some runs at him, flush him out of the pocket, and they're eventually able to end the drive because of it. Caleb Dean is going to go for a run. The sophomore out of Jensen stopped up at the 40 and takes a big hit from all angles. Down he goes. It'll be a 40-yard line starting position off the fake punt from Hope.
Yeah, and I mean, the simplest commentary I can give you there is that just didn't work out, right? There weren't really any lanes to run. There wasn't really anybody to throw it to. I guess, man, the best way to look at it, ball at the 39. I mean, the Trine offense has been, I don't know. I don't know if I love that. That's kind of an awkward position to put the defense in here.
They said it will be a 39-yard starting position for Alex Price, Zane Kirby, and this Trine offense that put 3 touchdowns on the board in the first half, threw an interception right before the end of the first half that wound up leading to the eventual Hope lead that we now see. 12 and a half minutes to go, third quarter. Trine will get their first drive of the second half underway. Play action and a shot out of bounds from Price will lead to 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about the pressure, right, that Trine was showing on Hope. Now let's see how Hope continues to put the pressure on Trine. We talked about it pregame. This is a very strong Hope defensive line. They've succeeded on some of these blitzes they've ran, and I've enjoyed watching the different blitz packages. 2nd and 10, we'll see what they bring here.
Sophomore Liam Danitz, who picked up that sack at the end of the first half, in to start the second half as the edge rusher on the near side. Price will survey with a 2-wide set on 2nd and 10. The give is to Kirby, who charges to around the 40-yard line. Tackle made by Lumen, who had that INT at the end of the first half and gets a stop here. It's only a gain of 1 to the 40-yard line. It's a 3rd and 9 and a chance for Hope's defense to answer right back.
Yeah, but no run game for Trine. Kirby, 2 yards per carry in that first half, and he hits just about at that marker, just 1 there. It's become a one-dimensional offense for Trine.
And it's an offense that leans one-dimensional, but yet they still look somewhere 75 yards per game or so carrying the football for Kirby at minimum. So they aren't looking to be this air-oriented, which is what they've been forced to be. 3-wide set on 3rd and 9. Price on the roll across his body. Able to find the diving Connor Arthur plus a penalty marker in the secondary. We'll wait to see how this gets cleaned up.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 2, penalties decline, result of the play, now Trine.
So, hold on, Flagler is going to be declined, and Trine's got it into plus territory. Up to the opponent, 49 here, 11.5 to go in this third quarter. Hope with 2 late scores at the very end of the first half gave them the lead into the locker room. Unable to score on their first drive to open up the second half. Now trying to answer and trying to take the lead back. A 3-wide set to survey here for Alex Price. Price off the fake give. Looking deep on the out route. Hauled in by a diving Arthur. But he was leaning out of bounds, and it'll go to 2nd and 10. Arthur making his case briefly to the official and talking back to the sideline. We saw Arthur, the man that they went to early in the game, really the first drive a couple times. The go-to man has been Brandon Klein ever since, in particular, but a pretty balanced passing attack that likes to really spread things out for senior quarterback Alex Price, who's one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the Trine football program. In the backfield, Wyatt Tucker nearly able to bring down Zane Kirby.
Oh my goodness.
He stays on his feet a little bit longer, but all of that is going to lose him 10 yards.
Wow. That's got to be one of the most impressive loss of yard runs I've seen in a very long time. Looking like Marshawn Lynch, but going Barry Sanders' direction. That one's not going to work out.
I mean, Wyatt Tucker looms over Zane Kirby by about a foot, and he has him completely taken in. Somehow Kirby turns it around, but
oh my gosh,
all of that payoff winds up hurting the team in the long run. It'll be 3rd and 19 right here for Trine. We've seen them convert on 3rd and long moments already in this contest, now backed up to their own side of the field once again.
Hope, man, you gotta watch for these deep passes here. You gotta play this smart. I don't know, man zone. We'll see what they bring.
Here's Alex Price. Has got some protection as the pressure comes. Lets it go deep down the sideline. Incomplete. He was looking for Connor Arthur. 4th and 19, and Hope will get the ball back.
There we go. They were ready that time. Man on the man out wide. Have the safety there to contain. Well played by the Hope defense. That 9-yard loss will not sit well on the yards per carry average, and 2 straight punts.
Lee Hernandez into punt. Terrell Harris.
So, Lee Hernandez will send it away, and Terrell Harris, who they kept it away from on their lone punt back in the first half, will look to return here. 9:54 to go in the third.
Don't think we're going to see a fake on this one.
It's low. It's rolled to Lee Hernandez. He's able to just get it away, and a short tumbler will get touched up as it took a pretty nice bounce inside the 30. It almost turned into having to be a fake.
Now 2 straight fakes, that would have been another crazy thing to add to the ledger today. But hey, you know, given that snap there, you know, they actually are going to end up with decent defensive position at the 28-yard line. That could have turned out worse.
All right, Zach Trainer will run the offense again for Hope. He'll start with Chance Strickland along with Sean Foster in the backfield. We'll see if maybe this is telegraphing the run game starting to come for Hope, or if they'll stay airbound as they have been in this contest. A bit of a miscommunication and a jostle on the handoff, but Foster's able to speed his way out of bounds over the 30-yard line for a decent first down pickup. It'll be 2nd and 6, and a gain of 4 on that first down run from the freshman Sean Foster.
Yeah, it should be an interesting second half. I mean, this Hope team has really been characterized by a lot of their second half offense this season, coming in with 24 points already. I don't know. It's just different. It's just different. We'll see how they can keep rolling with Trainer at the helm here.
Strickland up the middle, diving ahead for the first down run, and that was interesting because we saw Trine bring 2 down linemen, 2 standing edge rushers, kind of more of a pass rush front line. They run it straight into it with their power back, and Strickland trips ahead for the first.
And that's what you're used to seeing if you're a Dutchman fan, right? Is the Strickland strong run. He always seems to fall forward for those extra 3 or 5 yards, just somehow does it. That's a welcome sign.
Big 6'4" freshman Eli Vanderveen all the way out wide to the left right here as Strickland will take it again. Up the middle, gets bodied from behind by Taglia Ferry and company. Isaiah Hunter also in on the stop, but gain around 5-6 yards on first down again for Strickland. This looks like the Hope College offense that we know and love right now.
2 straight good runs, and it's just so crazy that it feels like we haven't seen that essentially all game from the Dutchman.
2nd and 4 after that gain of 6 for Strickland. And the junior out of Mason will take it again up the middle and drag his way ahead for the first down. Tackle from Skylar Warren. But a couple of runs and a chain mover again for Strickland, as now Hope is finding their groove on the ground game. Elijah Smith will come back in for this play again. It's Vanderveen out there instead of Grant Holzer as the starting wide receiver unit, along with Terrell Harris and Travis Myers. The H-back off the left side of the line is Seth Lumen. And here is Smith, able to find a couple of yards on first down before Tamir Woods, Isaiah Hunter was able to make the stop.
Hunter on the tackle, the ball's at the Trine 48. 2nd and 8.
Unit changes one more time. Foster comes in, Strickland comes in. The backfield been pretty consistently shifted on this drive right now for Hope as they're looking to go back to the run game. Looking to go back to the run game in a couple different ways as well. 2nd and 8 here.
Yeah, and it looked like Holzer just was walking with the training staff there, so hope he can come back into the game. Looks like he might have banged up his hand or his arm.
Lumen across the line. With a split back look, it's a give to Strickland, who is stopped up and sent back by Tucker Hasselman after a gain of a yard or 2 shy of the 45-yard line. So a 3rd and 6 faced by the Flying Dutchman, and they'll go 4 wide here offensively and look to spread it out for Zach Trainer.
Yeah, and the defensive line for Trine, just when they start to get some running momentum, comes up with two big plays there. Holds them to just 4 yards and 2 carries. And man, if you're thinking 3 stars of this game, they've done a great job to contain this run attack. Very impressive.
Ticking around the 6-minute mark, trio of receivers stacked all to the left side, and Trainer able to get the pressure picked up, turns the corner, the rest of it came. Vinny Ambrose leading the charge, down went Trainer, and Hope will punt it away again. So defense completely taking over the second half.
4th and 13, now at the Hope 47.
Yeah, wow. Seen a little bit of everything in this game. Now we're going to go ahead and see 3 straight punt situations for the first time today. And yeah, the offense is starting to stall. This defense is playing well. And we're just waiting for one of these teams to get back to their first half form here in this third quarter.
Caleb Dean to punt it away. A penalty marker is down as he sends a low driver that's going to get touched up inside the 10-yard line. So a couple of penalty markers down. We'll have to wait and see what that's going to be, because it likely may be taking back what was a really good punt for Hope.
No, I don't believe it's roughing the kicker at all. I think it's going to be against Hope, and I think they're going to have to kick it.
Officials meeting, see the Hope punting unit coming back onto the field, so they seem to be expecting this to be against them in one way, shape, or form, and have to send away again after, again, it was a really nice punt there from Dean that would have pinched their opponent inside the 10-yard line.
Prior to the kick, holding, kicking team, number 17, 10-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
All right, so 10-yard penalty in the hold will force Hope even further now, as they'll have to snap it from inside their 20-yard line and try to punt this one on away to the dual men, Street and Burris, back for this ball. And again, Hope brings dual returners, Caleb Dean, Nick Flegler. It'll be Flegler, the left-footed punter, gets a tumbler off that'll be out around and in front of the 30-yard line. Good grab made by one of the big guys on the Trine sideline, hauling that one in.
That's awesome. So, when you see a bench and a fan reaction like that to a punt on the sidelines, you know it's one of the big dudes. But man, talk about changing position now though for this offense, right? You start with the 8 versus you start wherever they're set. It looks like they're going to set the ball down about the 35-yard line. That's about a 27-yard difference right there. Penalties can be big, and field position is huge, especially when defenses are playing well.
So, still facing that 3-point deficit are Trine, both offenses pretty inefficient. Maybe a couple first downs each drive been able to net, but we have seen every drive end in a punt so far in the second half, and Trine is looking to flip that. They go 2 wide, a little bit more of a power look on this upcoming drive, and they start with the freshman Craig Nichols alongside the senior signal caller Alex Price. This is Nichols following blockers and chasing over the 40. Ball's on the floor. Parlberg's on it. Hope football. A fumble from the freshman Nichols. Parlberg jumps on it, and Hope College flips the field position and flips the possession.
How about that, man?
Recovered by the defense. First down, Hope.
Ruling will be a fumble. Ball will go to Hope. And how about the second half of a defensive battle it's been? Talk about switching the script. And big man Parlberg, talk about being the opportune man, falling on the ball, getting on it before it goes out of bounds. Huge play for the defense, and that's really been the story of the second half. Which defense can do it?
Here comes Ben Wellman. So after Trainer last drive, Wellman will take the offense for this drive, as Hope starts at the 46-yard line, flipping their quarterbacks back and forth and looking to see if Wellman can again deliver a bit of a punch here offensively. Fakes the give, throws in the flat to Terrell Harris, who spins past the 40 and races over the 30. Tripped up down just shy of the 20. Chased down on the open field, and nearly a big play before Wes Van Hooser got him.
Man, there's not much else if you're a Hope College fan, right? When Terrell gets the ball and you hear the oohs and the ahs from the crowd, it's always a fun time. I'm interested to see with Ben Wellman back in the game, can he man, can he manage to bring that same momentum he had earlier in the game? Switching quarterbacks can be a momentum killer. It really can. Let's see if he can continue to get those darts to keep this offense moving.
Wellman will work along with Strickland here from the short gun. It's a fake give and a tipped pass. That was Jamon Gibson, the big senior out of Toledo Catholic Central, that got his mid on that one. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Gibson deflected that last pass for the Thunder D.
Long look to the sideline from Wellman and the Hope offense. They'll get things set. 4.5 to go, 3rd quarter. A defensive slugfest breaking out in the second half after both offenses traded points throughout the first half of this contest. Wellman give to Strickland, and he'll bully his way around the 15-yard line. Initially was met by Trey Richards on the stop.
17, 3rd and 5.
It will be 3rd and 5, and Wellman, again, the look back to the sideline. Grant Holzer also back out there for Hope on this drive. Harris and Myers, the starting group of the wide receivers this drive. Seth Lumen, the freshman out of Rochester Stony Creek, is the starting H-back. Strickland in at tailback, and Trine will spread things out defensively a little bit. Wellman, fake the give, and an option keeper.
Oh,
Wellman
wow.
bursting over the 5 and down to the 4. 1st and goal. Hope.
Man, beautifully executed option there from Wellman. And I was wondering if they're going to give it to Strickland. I mean, the defense was spread out wide, a little light in the box there, and Wellman takes himself. Nice
Hope working quickly. Here's Strickland into the end zone. Touchdown, Flying Dutchman. Chance Strickland bullies his way in.
Another one for Mr. Strickland here. Looks like the officials are going to check this out. We might have a flag down.
There's a flag all the way on the far side, back left corner of the end zone that was thrown. And that is what the official discussion is going to come to here.
Illegal substitution. Defense, more than 11 players on the field. Penalties declined. Result of play is a touchdown.
Second TD for Strickland in the game, and Hope with a chance to take a 10-point advantage. They have got their first 2-score lead of the ball game.
Man, and that was not necessarily completely the classic Hope run drive, but you had just enough there, 4 to 5 solid runs that get him in the end zone. And that's a welcome sight. 10-point lead with this extra point here. Huge.
Balkan able to add it, and Hope with a double-digit advantage. Still pretty amazing to think back to the way this thing started and the way Hope has controlled things, especially the start of this 3rd quarter, the way the defense has traded back and forth, and it's been the opportunistic plays from Hope College. End of the first half, they turn a turnover into a touchdown. They do the exact same thing here. So you have a 2-score lead, 2 scores coming from turnovers into points.
Absolutely, and that's exactly it. The 10-point differential, you point to those 2 turnovers. We talked about it. Great quarterback for the Thunder, right? Great passing game. They put up tons of points, but they have had their fair share of mistakes, and that has been the case today. Great play with those 2 mistakes. You can't really do that against a team like Hope because they will capitalize, and that's what they've done.
Street and Burris deep to receive the kickoff of Caden Balkan.
Caden Balkan gets us back underway as he bounces one to Tristan Burris outside the numbers at the 10. And Burris will chase it to just past the 15, but a penalty marker does fly in where he tried to turn the corner. We'll see what direction this one's going. If it's on Trine, they are going to be really pinned deep.
Yeah, and Burris, I mean, I understand he was trying to move and change the direction there, but he didn't even get to the 20. You'd like to get a little more straightforward running.
Extended meeting of officials here, settling things out. 3.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Hope the 10-point advantage after Chance Strickland just bullied his way into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of this contest. And I think we have a ruling coming now.
There is no foul on the play for an illegal block. First down, Trine.
So no penalty, but still Trine having to start inside their own 20-yard line. And this is the kind of moment when you have a super experienced quarterback like Alex Price that you're going to lean on him as a coaching staff. For Coach Abs and company, you can fully expect that Price is going to be given every opportunity. He's got a trio of great senior receivers as well. And to say the least, you can pretty easily expect that group to be leaned on here.
Yeah, I expect to see more of Brandon Klein. Should be no surprise. He's been the go-to guy when times get rough.
Trine will open with all three of those receivers to the right of the field from their own 18-yard line. Zane Kirby starts alongside Price, and he'll get it on first down, charging over the 20 before Luke Palmer, the junior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, met him. Palmer playing against will count as his hometown team this weekend.
2nd and 5.
And able to make the stop right there at the middle after a gain of 5. Price and Trine working a little bit quicker on the offset of this drive. They load up that front line a little bit. Give is to Kirby. He'll follow blockers and chase his way on ahead before he was escorted out by Darion Nundley.
He pushed out of bounds by Nundley. First down.
Trine moves the chains. 2:40 and less to go. Clock ticking in the third quarter.
At the Hope 29.
And it's been a quiet quarter for the passing game, man. They had over 200 yards in that first half. Not keeping on pace with how they started this game.
Yeah, the Hope defense, some big-time adjustments from defensive coordinator Jacob Pardonnet and company to change up the look a little bit as Trine tries to get things going. But Garrison Hickle, their sophomore left tackle, jumps early, and he'll turn that into a 1st and 15.
Still first down.
Price will operate things again, has the wing off the right side, Cam McCarver, and a 3-wide set. Hope's got that 4 down front. And it's a give on the delay and the draw to Kirby that isn't able to get much more than the 25, 26-yard line.
Gains a couple.
And you'd love to, man. You said it. I mean, it's obvious. It's either the team, they gravitate more towards the passing game. It's not that they're not, a two-dimensional team. They haven't been able to get any serious. There's no threat with the running game, and they're just completely relying on the pass right now.
Alex Price on the rollout on 2nd and 13. Pressure coming from Palmer, got picked up and is able to find Connor Arthur on the run to the out-of-bounds boundary and make it 3rd and much more manageable, about 3rd and 4 based on the mark here.
Another flag on the field here. We'll see what this is.
I'll wait to see. It is on the mark 3rd and 5 at the moment, but we'll see what's going on here as Trine's going backwards. It looked like there may have been a hold as they were trying to buy some more time for their rolling quarterback.
Holding. Offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty in the previous spot. The down remains 2.
Huge penalty from the senior right tackle, Jackson Lindback. This is a pretty young team across the offensive line. Couple sophomores. Lindback is the lone senior that starts for this group, and a big mistake is going to turn it into 2nd and 26 for Trine here. 23 from the 16.
Oof.
Rashawn Street, a sophomore who we've seen on the kick and punt return duties, will check in the left slot here. 6'3" senior Price will put Street in motion. They fake it to him. And the flat called in by Lawson and blown up by Nundley.
Wow.
Hunted down by the sophomore out of Woodhaven High School. It'll be 3rd and very long.
That is such a huge tackle from Nundley because that was a well set up screen thrown out there by Price. If he's able to get around Nundley, they had the chance to get a significant amount of yards there. Nundley blows it up. Classic, man, just textbook tackle. Great defense.
It will be 3rd and 16. We're inside 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hope with a 2-score, 10-point lead. Price will start working. Here's the senior. looking deep, right side, trying to find his man. He got Arthur. First down, deep down the field.
Man, and how many times have we seen on 3rd and long, they just go for these streak routes. Price throws it right in the breadbasket of Arthur there. And, man, if I'm the Hope College secondary, I kind of feel like I kind of let that one get away from me. We've seen that before on a 3rd down play. You got 2 guys out there.
All right, end of 3. Trine is marching. They're down a couple scores. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Hope College football.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Whether you're building your dream home, buying a fixer-upper, or downsizing, the process can feel overwhelming. Let the local team at Lighthouse Title help the closing process be one less worry. Just ask your real estate professional or lender to close at Lighthouse Title. To learn more about how we are involved in our 35 communities or to ask us any questions about the process, visit us online at lighthousetitle.net.
Welcome back to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium here in Holland. Nate Jar with Matt Roboin. 1 quarter to go. Hope College down a couple of scores early in this ball game have flipped things down the stretch. They win the 3rd quarter 7-0, and they lead the game by a couple of scores. Trine will open with a 1st and 10 up to the Hope 37-yard line as we begin the final 15 minutes of play. Alex Price will get ready to go to work off the high snap. Gave a shoulder fake. Looking deep.
Oh, he's got him.
Touchdown. Wow. Cale Lawson. Trine back in the ball game.
Wow. Back-to-back deep passes there, and that time it looks like Flagler just fell trying to play that in the secondary. That's going to be another touchdown pass. And all of a sudden, Price, it was a quiet 3rd quarter, but we're getting right there in this 4th. Another deep pass, another touchdown. Close game.
Price, 1 on the ground, now 2 in the air. That is touchdown number 7 on the year for Cale Lawson. He averages around 72 yards receiving a game as well. And one of this trio of experienced wideouts able to find another one in the end zone. And just like that, Trine's got a ball game back. 3-point game. Less than 10 seconds off this 4th quarter clock, and Hope's offense. If there were ever a time for Hope to have an old school grinding drive, take 5-6 minutes plus off the clock and put some points on the board, this would be their moment for that.
Absolutely. And we saw Hope College in that 3rd quarter have a little bit more success with the run game, and that was a welcome sight if you're a fan of the orange and blue. We saw Chance Strickland with some nice rushes, got 5-6 yards, his trademark, right? Just get him 4 yards, get him a little bit of space, and let him fall forward. You can do that all day. But really looking at the offense, how about Terrell Harrison, Grant Holter, both of the touchdown, both over 100 yards today. Man, Hope, you like to take the time off the clock. You don't have to stray away from the passing game, though. Those short outs, those short slants, they've worked well for the Dutch. They can continue to do that. Interested to see. Do we see Wellman? Do we see Trainer? It's been a switch-up throughout this entire game for Hope College.
Yeah, Hope now 75 yards rushing on 27 attempts they have thrown for 283 as a team. 16 of 28 passing as they've alternated between both Trainer and Wellman. Lay Hernandez sends it away. Foster lets it go out of bounds. And some really good field position coming up with a late penalty marker there. Is out and rolls on out right around the goal line. Nearly made it to the end zone.
Wow.
But the roll at the 2, and here comes the Hope offense in a moment.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st down, Hope.
Yeah, between that and the fair catch call earlier, 2 plays that as a special teams coordinator, you got to be scratching your head about a little bit. That's just an avoidable penalty. It's going to result in good space for Hope. And, oh, man, still a lot of time left in this game, Nate. Oh, you'd love to get a long drive here. You're absolutely right. It looks like Wellman's back in.
It is the junior out of Bloomington, Illinois, starting this drive for Hope once again. And it's his fellow junior Chance Strickland that'll open alongside him in the backfield. Of course, Strickland playing the quarterback position last year for Hope College. I can check that. It's going to be Elijah Smith who gets it on the first carry and takes it over the 35-yard line. So the senior able to find a couple of yards right there. So we haven't seen Strickland get too many, or we haven't seen Strickland give up too many touches, I'm trying to say, to Smith in the second half.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And man, Strickland, sometimes you gotta ride the hot horse. And I think in all regards, all the touchdowns, everything, he's just kind of the hot horse. And sometimes, especially in a game like this where it's a little more challenging, you just ride that guy.
Wellman on a 2nd and 8. Fakes the
this.
pitch. He'll take it. Wrestled down by Tamir Woods, the senior out of Indianapolis, on the big stop, 3rd and long.
Great recognition from Woods. Didn't bite. Saw the ball stay with Wellman, and he's right there. Fantastic play.
Lumen checks out. Rowan Blanton checks in. And Hope will spread it here. Elijah Smith remains in the backfield, the senior out of Hastings, who had the lone carry so far, out of the running back position at least on this drive, and he'll work alongside Wellman, the junior, who is checked in for now the bulk of the scoring drives, at least for Hope, in this late first and now second half of play. Wellman throwing, looking for Holzer, who's able to somehow get it. Spin away from the man, into the open field.
Look at Grant.
There he goes. Grant Holzer, touchdown, Flying Dutchman.
Have a day, Grant Holzer, another touchdown. And when that ball was thrown, it didn't look like he was prepared for it. He adjusted at the last minute, caught it, breaks a tackle, makes it all the way. What a play for Grant.
Able to somehow corral the football, rip it away, spin away from Jalen Page, and race to the house. What an effort again from Grant Holzer, who's been all over the place on the big grabs all year long, and especially this game, a game he's been fighting even a bit of an injury in the second half, making the big play, and the senior on senior day puts Hope back up by a couple of scores. They lead by 10 again.
And how about the burst of speed for Grant? Talked about his catches in traffic a lot today, but when he broke that tackle, nobody caught him. He can show you, hey, I got some wheels. I might not be Darrell Harris, but I'm a pretty fast guy too. That was awesome.
Holzer 6'4", 210. Listed, and
it's a big man with wheels right there.
It's a big man with quite the wheels, as we just learned right there. A guy that hasn't spent much time in his career probably racing into the open field in that sort of moment, but he's able to do just that. For Hope, and now Balkan will send it away as the Flying Dutchman reopen a 2-score and a 10-point lead.
And Nate, doesn't this just feel like the classic Stursma Hope College game? Be down 14-3 early, and then all of a sudden, 13 minutes left and you're up 10. I feel like we've seen this story a couple times, to say the least.
And this is a Hope team this year that it's still a young team on the whole. On senior night with some big leaders, but a young team that has just done this time and time again. And there's a culture building that you can feel with this program and this team over the last year or so in particular, that they just keep finding a way to win ball games like this one. They're back up 2 scores. Let's see if they can hang on to this one as Rashawn Street is laid out just past the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, yeah, a little shaken up on the play there after that hit. This will be a huge, huge drive for Trine. Obviously, third quarter, they didn't muster any points. But they did just come off a drive where, man, I think about those last 2 throws for Price. Both of them were into double coverage, Nate. He's shooting his shot. These are not one-on-one matchups. When he's throwing it deep, he's throwing contested balls, and they've worked out. I expect to see more of that. He's a shooter. I expect him to continue to shoot his shot in this fourth quarter.
This is where this offense, too, they're comfortable letting him go ahead and do that. You see that with now 12 interceptions that he's thrown on the year. We'll see Salim Felder, the freshman, check into the backfield for the first time in this game. Luke Palmer and company wrestle him down right away, but Felder comes in, and the first time we've seen the freshman, he immediately gets the football.
Felder, the ball carrier.
Yeah, just a 1-yard gain, and if I'm the Hope defense, I am going all hands on deck against the pass here.
Look to the sideline from Price. Felder stays in. 2nd and 9, own 29-yard line. We tick under 13 minutes to go. Hope has reopened a 10-point lead. Price, the senior, dropping, stepping up through the pressure. and it is hauled in.
Wow.
And they will give Lawson the catch along the sideline.
Man, that is impressive from Lawson. A little hard to see from the press box, but must have really extended that leg.
It is an incomplete pass.
Okay.
It looked like he came down out of bounds, and he did. So Lawson unable to haul it in, and that will make it 3rd and 9 for the Thunder, as Hope will change out their defensive unit as they've been doing on 3rd down all day.
The bells are ringing, Nate. Huge 3rd down here. Will Hope bring the pressure on this 3rd and 9?
So show 3 down linemen. They stand Micah Bush, the sophomore. He'll come as well. Price on the slant, able to find Brandon Klein to move the chains to the 40-yard line.
Yep, the security blanket, as you've mentioned, Nate. Brandon Klein. Good quick throw in the face of pressure. Well done.
Jackson Bush, senior out of Unity Christian, on the stop, 12-19. And from the 40-yard line, Trine will keep the offense moving. They'll spread them 4 wide this time with the clock running on down. Price able to dump it and find Lawson again, and Lawson's got the 1st down again. So we've seen Klein a lot of times as that dump-off guy.
Yep.
We've now seen Lawson a couple times. Well, again, it kind of comes down to how often that they're able to just spread around to a real wealth of senior experience at wideout.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Lawson there, you saw it, the catch. It's the move after the catch for me that really was important there. Great quick agility, and gets the 1st down. 10-point
lead for Hope. Trine driving. This is Felder, the freshman, following blockers over the 40, bursting into the open field. And Salim Felder's got it inside the 30-yard line, as the freshman looking pretty explosive on his first couple touches in this ball game.
Yeah, how about that? Talk about coming in cold, not your first snap until the 4th quarter. And right there, the best rushing play of the entire game for the Thunder.
Thunder just 43 yards rushing coming into the final quarter. Price. Felder again, sidestepping, pushing, and twisted down by Ackerman after he got about 2 on that 1st down carry. We will tick under 11 minutes to go. 10-point lead for Hope. Trine driving, trying to get it back into that 1-possession game. They've just been chasing the lead in the 2nd half.
Yeah, and Hope's got to feel good. You have all the control right now, right? You're leading the charge. Defensively, here you want to bend but not break. You do not want to give up 6 points.
Zane Kirby, senior, out of Sweetser, Indiana, back into the backfield alongside his senior signal caller, Alex Price. Price, give up the middle to Kirby, bursting over the 15 and harassed down by Stazowski to up around the 10-yard line. Good carry from Kirby, as the run game as efficient by a wide margin as it's been all day long right now for Trine.
Absolutely, and a lot of times teams will run to throw. On this drive, it felt like all the throwing finally let them run.
Price looking for the end zone, nearly intercepted. Nick Flegler had his hands on it, but unable to corral that football, climb the intended target. A dangerous shot from Price.
And I said it, Price is not afraid of throwing into double coverage. He likes his guys. He likes those senior receivers. But those are dangerous passes, and Flegler almost able to get the turnover there.
Trine has turned the football over a couple of times already in this game. They go with twin backs. That's Rubens Joseph, the fullback to the right. Felder back in, and Felder will take it. Twisting again, stood up by Cole Lumen just inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and this sets up an interesting potential situation, right? So 3rd and 8. Obviously, you love to get a touchdown, but if you have a 4th down play, it looks like we might have an injury on the field there.
Yeah, it's the junior Luke Palmer down for Hope, and able to get back to his feet. He's not going to leave the football game, though, so the junior's staying in there for a 3rd and 8 play.
Well, that's toughness right there. Season finale, whole year of attrition on the body. Let me keep playing, Coach.
Again, so much to play for. Hope trying to get that at-large bid into the Division III NCAA tournament. And a penalty marker is down in the backfield.
Offense, number 10, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Huge penalty taken by the freshman Felder. 3rd and 8 already was going to be incredibly tricky. Turning that into 3rd and 13 only adds to it.
Yep. And if Hope can force just a field goal only is an absolute win for this Dutch team. That is a complete win. They get the ball back. They've been driving recently. Anything that's not a touchdown, I think you have to feel ecstatic about if you're the Hope team.
9:03 to go, 10-point game. So obviously if they don't get the conversion, Trine will be thinking field goal. They'll spread them 4 wide. They've been aggressive throwing to the end zone. Let's see if Price gets aggressive again. The pressure's in his face. He's looking for the end zone. Overthrown, trying to find Clampett. 4th down. And it looks like Trine will be running out the kick unit. And we'll see if Anthony Hentz can get it back within 7.
Love it. Bring the house, play man. Let's see how it shakes out. Shakes out good for the Dutchman. 4th and 13. Don't expect any fakes of anything of that variety. So, man, see if they can get it to a 1-possession game.
It's actually going to be Colton Wampler that will look to add this field goal.
All right, interesting.
Wampler 0 for 2 on the season, place kicking. Right leg through the football.
I think it's wide.
It's no good.
Wow.
So Wampler now 0 for 3 kicking on the year. It remains a 10-point game, a huge missed opportunity for Trine. Hope's defense, it bent. It did not break.
Indeed.
And the Dutch take back over up a couple of scores.
Indeed, and that's a huge win. This second half for the Hope defense, man, Trine, for those of you who have been watching the whole game, that first quarter, man, they were just soaring. 21 points. First 2 drives, touchdowns. This Hope defense, the adjustments they made at halftime, fantastic work from the coordinators, all the coaches, the team. They're doing a great job bending, not breaking. And now Hope, can they churn out the clock? Can they run the ball? Can they just suck the life out of this Thunder team?
That's exactly what they've done all year long, Matt. It hasn't necessarily been that sort of game script in this one, but they're going to try to start doing as Wellman gives to a charging Strickland for the first carry of this drive, and he's able to get about 1.5 yards or so on that first down plunge. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, Ben Wellman running the offense. Final game of the year, the junior taking over down the stretch in this game. And if Hope does find a way into the NCAA playoffs, it'll be quite the decision for this coaching staff to make between Wellman and Trainer, the way that Wellman's played in this game.
I know, right? Man, he's played so well. That's the reason it's hard.
Strickland stays in. Hope stays with 3 wide all to the left, and Strickland will take it, able to momentarily sidestep one man, but on his legs the whole way. Charging him down was Tucker Hasselman, and it'll be 3rd and about 7 right here. Under 8 minutes to go.
Ball's marked at the 23.
Smith in, Strickland out for the 3rd down play. Lumen also will check in here for Vanderkool. Hope works from their own 23-yard line. 7.5 and less to go in the ball game. They lead by 10 here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Flying Dutch break it out 3 wide. H-back Lumen off the right end of the line. Wellman to throw. The junior with the pressure coming. Got it away, and he got Travis Myers. He'll be just short of the first down, it appears, but what an effort by the duo of Wellman and Myers to even find a way to get nearly all of that. It will be 4th and 1 from their own 29-yard line. The punt unit will have to come out, so Trine's defense able to hold and hold quickly.
Yep, and that's a win for Trine. That's going to go down as a 3 and out, which is as good as it could get from Trine. And you know, I like the aggressiveness there. I was interested to see if they played that conservative or aggressive. Got to be careful though late in this game. You don't want to make any mistakes or turnovers. A little risky with that pass. Results in a punt. We'll see Trine with the ball again.
Caleb Dean will send it away. He will send it in the direction of Burris, who will fair catch to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Trine offense. Missed a field goal at the end of the last drive, and now they have got a little bit more, or a little bit less time and a little bit more urgency that they are going to have to work with 6.5 to go and facing a 2-score deficit.
Yeah, and if it's me here, I don't want anything that's not in the end zone. I'm not even thinking field goal here, right? You just got the 3 and out. but you can't guarantee that on the next drive. You want to put your defense in a positive position. You want 6 points. You want to make it a close game as possible.
Alex Price will go to work. He's got 3 total touchdowns, couple through the air, 1 on the ground as well. And he opens with 3 wide receivers. Zane Kirby, the senior back, is back in, and they fake it to Kirby. Price looking deep, right up the middle of the field. Intercepted! Ooh. Nick Flagler. They were looking the way of Klein. Misthrown, underthrown, intercepted by Flagler, and Hope takes back over.
Man, Nick Flagler, what do you want him to do? Do you want him to punt? Do you want him to stop people in the backfield? Do you want him to intercept the ball? I love it. Another INT for the sophomore. And that is another interception for Price. For all the good he's done this year, you have to look at those numbers. A lot of turnovers. And that one, Flagler looked like the receiver on that time. That's just, man, great for Hope. Sucks. Absolutely just hurts for the Thunder right there.
5th interception on the year for Flagler, who leads the team in interceptions and leads the team in tackles. So I don't think there's much more you can do as a defensive player, especially in the secondary, than lead those 2 stat categories. Awesome. He's been absolutely terrific. The sophomore out of DeWitt. Wellman will give to Smith, who had a bit of a hole, but he'll trip up around the 30-yard line. And now, time to kill the clock even more so for Hope. Not able to do so. 3rd and out last drive, but a really good opportunity with a 2-score lead to put this one away with a long drive on this one. Points or not, they can put it away with a long drive.
Absolutely. I think with the way your defense is playing, you want to get just at least 2 or 3 first downs. Just burn a couple minutes of clock. You might not have to get it in the end zone here, right? Just burn some clock, put your defense in a good position.
Hope surrendering 3 touchdowns in the first half, and the Trine offense looking pretty unstoppable. They then throw their first pick at the end of the first half, and they've scored only 1 touchdown since. Option keeper for Wellman. Nowhere to go as he is stood up by Marquez Tagliaferri right around that line of scrimmage. He's able to lead a little and make it 3rd down and 4 for the Flying Dutch.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward position here on this 3rd and 4, right? Do you keep the clock running, run the ball? Do you go for a quick pass? Do you play it aggressive? Very interested to see the play call here.
3rd and 4, 5:10 to go in the ball game, and a 10-point lead. 4 wide set for Wellman to operate. Try and bring in the pressure, and they came in.
Is that on Marsh? We'll see.
It's going to be on either Gibson or Marsh. It looked like it was Gibson over the line first. Both teams are just pointing at each other.
Everybody's just going to point at each other. That's what she
The officials will discuss it.
Good banter there on the field, Nate. It's fun.
Offside. Defense number 2.
It is on Jamon Gibson. It looked like Gibson had himself a couple feet offside, and then Marsh jumped.
First down.
So that'll move the chains for Hope, and that's a big chain-moving penalty from Gibson, the longtime senior starter at the end here for Trine. So mistake there defensively, and Hope will let that clock keep running. We're under 5 minutes to go.
Yep, and that, man, just take one look at the stands and the fans here. That is a deflator. That penalty, that one hurts.
Wellman will go to work. This is Smith with some speed over the 40-yard line, shouldered down by a group, including Gibson, who helped chase him down in the open field, but a good gainer on first down for Elijah Smith, who's looking pretty effective and speedy on this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot of touches today. You alluded to that earlier. He hasn't got the ball too much, but looking good right now. Going to keep rolling with him.
Smith just had 5 touches before the 4th quarter. He's been used a little bit more in this quarter, but in the early part of the game, it was all Strickland, and they were trying to get a semblance of a run game going, which both teams have been struggling to find. 2nd and 4 for Hope. We're down to 4 minutes to go in a 2-score lead for the Dutch. Smith again. He's got the first down with a hard charging run there.
All right.
So Kendall Himes coming up at the end of that play. Got twisted around as the intensity between the two sides been a little bit more jawing, a little bit of that kind of end-of-season rivalry aspect of this game been picking up.
Hey, and this is a Hope club which has beat Trine the last 3 times they've played. When you have a close rivalry with a team and you lose by a close margin in consecutive years, you better believe the losing side is going to be getting a little frustrated.
Hope up around midfield now. You see big Seth Lumen, the wing, off the left side. Smith will get it right up the middle, and he ran into the pile over the 50, down to the 49-yard line. And Trine has called their first timeout. 3:21 to go, fourth quarter. We'll step aside. Be right back here on Hope College football.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
Welcome back to Hope College, Range Sue Smith Stadium. Nate Dry with Matt Roblin alongside. We are inside 3:21 now to go. A 2-score lead for Hope College, and Hope driving here with a 2nd and 7, trying to kill some clock. They have not run the ball the way that they've been running the ball all year long, but it really hasn't mattered. They found a way to put up 38 points, and Wellman will keep it on the quarterback keeper and keep his feet inside the 35-yard line before Rich Howard wrestles him down.
Nate, how good does that have to feel for Ben Wellman, right? Obviously a battle for the starting job earlier in the year, and today Wellman really with a chance to shine at the end of the season. He's been great. He's really balled out.
He's been one of the #1 difference makers in this game. He came in for the 2 drives the Hope scored on at the end of the first half, and then he came back in for kind of the last drive where they did score, that Hope that is, at the end of the third quarter, and then running the offense the fourth quarter as well. So he's come in and very effectively and been the difference maker really offensively since he stepped in for Zach Trainer. Wellman will give it on to Strickland, and the big guy churns it over the 30-yard line before Joseph Johnson stops him.
And this is what Hope fans are accustomed to, those big holes created, man, outside by those linemen. And right now, the Thunder know that Hope are going to run the ball, and they're still running it down and dominating. And for Hope, that is exactly where they are at their most dangerous. When you know they're going to run the ball and those offensive line just generate that space, they are a hard team to stop.
Under 2 minutes to go. Trine still with 2 timeouts remaining, but trying to get a bit of a stop before they start using those timeouts more right here. Wellman will work from the gun and give it on to Strickland, who charges over the 25. He should be up around the first down marker. And he did get enough to move the chain. So a first down for Hope. Trine will take their timeout. We'll just stay with you through this break right here. 1:45 to go. And Hope has, Matt, been able to call on the run game at the perfect time to kill the clock down the stretch.
Better late than never, I think, is the mantra. We'll take another cliche off of the list today. But, man, I mean, we said it enough times, and I know we're a broken record. But when else this season have we seen Hope command a lead against a foe with their passing game the whole game? And then just in the fourth quarter start to pepper in the run game. If I'm Coach Sturzma, I got to be feeling like this is the most multi-dimensional attack I've seen from this club all year. Fantastic performance in that regard.
Again, Hope had 34 yards rushing at the half. This is a team that ran for well over 400 a week ago, and all year long have averaged well over 200 yards in almost every contest each game.
Right.
34 in the first half. They were leading still after the first half, and they found a way to grind this one out here. Full backfield with the H-back Lumen leading the way for Strickland, and the juniors just down inside the 5-yard line. It looked like he maybe had that step, but Vinny Ambrose able to track him down. First and goal for Hope, and they can put it away with a plunge here.
Great run there. And the holes, man, the offensive line You got to give these guys credit. A very seasoned veteran line, and they play so hard. What a good group of dudes. And they've had a great season, and they continue to showcase here. Maybe not the greatest 3 quarters of their life to this point, but man, coming in when it matters to close out this game.
A young Hope team on the whole, but throughout the season, a group that has started 3 or 4, today 4 seniors across that offensive line, a very experienced group on the whole, and Wellman will go to work with the tailback Strickland offset, but before they're able to run the play,
First charge, timeout of the half.
Trine is going to, Hope is going to take its first time out of the half. So they wanted to get something set right there. We'll stay with you again through the timeout, setting this up, 1:02 to go. But Hope right now in the perfect position. They can take the time completely off the clock just by running it a few times, or they can plunge it into the end zone and certainly end it. For this Hope team to score around or over 40 points, despite having the ineffective run game that they did have, again, it's a bit of an outside chance, and they're waiting to see what happens in terms of making the NCAA playoffs in Division III. But if they're able to get one of those at-large bids, a team that has an unbelievably strong case, a top 10 strength of schedule, the only 2 losses coming to unbeaten opponents.
Yep.
If Hope does find a way into the playoffs, they have to have quite the bit of confidence coming off a game like this where nothing went right offensively based on your normal game plan, and they still managed to put up nearly or potentially over 40 points.
Absolutely. And how about a shout-out for Peter Sturzman? I mean, how much of this has got to generate from him? Just the culture he's created, the type of person he is, the type of coach he is. I think it's reflected in this team. And 7 years, and you feel like, man, he's still hitting his stride.
All right, here's the victory formation for Wellman and company. So they will get ready to take it to the locker room with another kneel, or another couple of kneels, as Trine is going to call a timeout and try to keep this going. I mean, every right, make your opponent, I guess, try to snap it and see if they can maybe turn it over. And the Hope sideline has made up their mind what they want to have happen. They kneeled it, the timeout came, and the entire Hope sideline has decided, I think we need to plunge it in. I doubt Coach Sturzman listens to them, but they've made their decision on the sideline what they want to do.
Oh, I love it. You want to get those points. And great work from the camera crew capturing that emotion. Yeah, looks like they're just going to end this one out here. And, man, you might have enough rushing touchdowns on this season. I think they'll be all right.
Strickland now 16 on the season, had 14 coming in. What a year for the junior, and you got to be so excited if you're this Hope College coaching staff to be able to bring Strickland back, his first year playing running back, transitioning from the quarterback position, an absolute game changer. Quite possibly the best power running back in the country in Division III. I don't think is too much of a stretch to say some of what Strickland's done this year.
I would agree, absolutely. I mean, the amount of times he gets to the end zone, the reliance, the way he falls forward. He wasn't always a running back, but he sure plays like he's been one for a long time.
All right, final knee, and Hope College with one heck of a win on their senior day. Down a couple of scores early in this one. They fight back, they lead before the half, and they do enough in the second half to keep their foot on the throttle and pick up a 38-28 win. It'll be 8-2 for Hope College. They're able to almost run the table in the MIAA, the one tough loss to Alma. But, man, what a season, and a team that has quite the case for that at-large bid. We'll see how things shake out.
Phenomenal season. I think looking forward to, you have to be so excited for the future of this program with the amount of youth you've alluded to. Obviously, senior day, a lot of fantastic seniors that will be leaving after this season, the likes of the Terrell Harrises, several offensive line. There's so many people you could name, right? But so much youth in this team, so much potential. And looking back at this game, Nate, so many moments that we could dial in on and talk about. One thing I just want to say, the Lumen interception, when Cole Lumen, the big man, was ready for that INT, for me, I think that might have been the moment where I felt like the tides were turned and Hope just never really looked back. Overall, great game from Hope. And Coach Sturzman, he's just leading this group of men in an amazing fashion right now.
In that moment, coinciding directly also with Ben Wellman coming in, leading a couple of pass-heavy drives in the end zone, and what looked like Hope was going to be down a score or two, maybe into the break. They wind up going up into the break, and then a pretty textbook second half of what we have typically seen throughout this season for Hope. I'll kind of last word to you. Again, you can say it. I mean, you look back at this season, and if you're making an appeal and you're looking at that at-large bid for Hope College, I mean, this is a team, it's the eye test along with what their resume says. This is an impressive team, and if there is an MIAA team that's finally going to get that at-large bid, I think this is one that certainly deserves it.
I completely agree.
Now let's throw it down on the field.
And today it was the balance, right? No section of the team played perfectly throughout, but you had excellent defensive play in the second half. You had the run game come in the fourth quarter. You had the passing attack for 3 quarters. This is a team when all of their facets are moving at the same time and they're flying in formation, they are dominating, and that's what we saw today. This is a club that is coached well, that plays hard, that has a mix of youth and leadership, and they're just flat out exciting when they play to that top of their potential.
A Senior Day win and a season-closing win for Hope over Trine, for Matt Roblin and everyone on this great production crew that makes us look good here on Hope College Football. I am Nate Dreyer signing off. We'll see you next time. Flying Dutchman win to close their season.